should have put that fucking flag behind there. That would have been great. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the den. Hope you guys are all having a... well, I want to record too. I want to record. That's crazy. I don't know why I did that. I hope you all are having a wonderful Sunday. I hope everything is well. I have a terrible headache. But I believe it's because I've been caffeine free for a bit. I drink a lot of fucking coffee. I don't know if it's good or bad or what. But welcome to the den, man. I'm your host, Ed Honcho. Tonight we're going to be talking about symbolism, the power of symbols, the power of symbolism. And I think that it covers a wide array of things. So let's just get into it, man. Hey, you know, my favorite... Well, let me rephrase that. I don't want to say my favorite because I love taking calls. I love chopping it up with y'all. The comment, it just... The chat depends on what night it is. Sometimes you guys are ruthless, and I feel ashamed. No, I'm joking. I love it. I always love it. We're going to talk about, I think it should be a very interesting night. We're going to cover a wide array, or hopefully we can cover a wide array of things. But clicking this double click is my favorite thing to do. Right. So, God damn it, I did it again. I fucking had it all adjusted and I fucking read it. I gotta fix that. It's little things. The little things you gotta work on, Honcho. Ed Honcho HTX on Instagram and Twitter. You can follow my personal social medias there. Hit that like button, man. Let YouTube know you enjoy the content. Subscribe if you're just a looky-loo right now. Become a part of this Den family. Become a part of the community. Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, Den Show Live, easiest way. Remember, you want to send an email, denshowlive@gmail is the easiest way. Tomorrow, 1 p.m., we'll be back on the weekdays, 1 p.m. Central Time, Monday through Friday, every night. 7 days a week, 10 o'clock was 10:30 tonight. Had to tweak a couple of things. If you can't watch, man, listen on the podcast. Oh, son of a gun. Den Show Shop. If you want to get some of that merch, that Honcho is my homie shirt. Never seen a hater in real life. Some of those are things. 833-284-3336. You want to send a text message, you want to call, leave a voicemail. If I'm not busy, I'll answer the phone. You can send screenshots, picture messages, whatever it is you want to share with the Den. If you want to support the channel, you make a one-time donation via Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/ The Den Show. And if you want to support the channel on a monthly basis, shout out to the Patreon supporters, patreon.com/ The Den Show. I will be dropping some stuff for the Patreon tomorrow. I didn't get to it last week like I wanted to. I got to think about posting old videos, and I got to get over that. But I'm going to have some new fresh content for the Patreon supporters this week. A shout out to James, Stina Starry-Eyed, Betty Spaghetti, Miss Diana, Dan the Man, Donald Trump, hold on. Miss K. Grace and Miss Goya. I appreciate all of you for having faith in the long-term success of this community. As we continue to grow, it is a beautiful thing. Let's see what we have joined us tonight. Then we're gonna get into some good conversation, man. I think it's gonna be very interesting. And if you are on the channel, make sure that if you're in the chat, make sure you're on live chat, right? Live chat, not the top chat. Because top chat is whack. Top chat is like the kiddies table at Thanksgiving. Live chat is for the grown folks, so make sure you're not missing out on any of the good commentary. So I drink a lot of water. I've been killing the water. I drink a healthy amount. I won't say at least a gallon a day, but I'm usually pretty close to it. I've been trying to figure out why else would I have a headache? Because I've tried to exit out, but. Coltrane, Heidi, what's the motherfucker? Well, now Heidi, you got too much in it. Coltrane, what's the motherfucking deal? Heidi. Yeah. Dan, you say I was going to call her tonight, but just want to show my support to these damn things. Man, appreciate the love, Dan. So I started off right. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to Dan, the man. We're going to have a conversation one day about the call that Dan had the other day. I don't know if I want to do it during the week or save it for a weekend, but we really got to have one of those. We're going to have a real good conversation. That might be an extended Dan, so it might be better for maybe next weekend. I'm gonna get the schedule, everything together here tonight after the stream. Heidi, there you are. Miss Meat, what's the motherfucking deal? Sit your ass down. Miss Bell, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. Shannon Jones, Footballer 503, what's the motherfucking deal? Sweetberry, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. One, how you doing, One? What's the motherfucking deal? Only One Lie, Don Love, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. Nana Diana, what's the motherfucking deal? D-Love, what's the motherfucking deal? Dan Strong, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. If I missed him, Empress SQ, what's the motherfucking deal? Good to see you. And let me see. Who we got? If I missed you, I ain't this shit again. Like I say, I may have slightly overlooked. Child support. Come on, man. Now, Big M, I expect better of you. I expect better of you than that. I expect better of you than that. Okay. Dopey, what's the motherfucking deal? Shout out to Bretto. I don't know if it's energetic Bretto or calm Bretto. I like both Brettos. Y'all were hating the other night. Y'all was hating because Bretto ain't fire y'all up. Look, that man has to relax sometimes too. But let's talk about it. Symbolism, man. Symbolism is a interesting thing. The reason I was thinking about this is because the video I did the other day caught a lot of flack. People, oh, this, that, and the third. And y'all know me, man. I have my opinions on things. I will never negate your opinion. I will never say that you're wrong about anything. It is your life. It is, like Prepaid Michael says, it is your truth. You live your truth. I'm a firm believer in that. Your experience is going to be totally different than mine. But what you have is people feel like their opinions should be your opinions. Like, because we may have a similarity. We live in the same neighborhood, or we're the same skin color, we're in the same class, or we're in the same state, or whatever. My opinions should be exactly like yours. If not, then you're wrong. Okay, well, fuck you and fuck that. And I'm open to hearing what everybody says, because if everybody has the same fucking opinions, well, what's the point of even being alive, right? What's the point of even, what's the point of even speaking? What's the point of having conversation if we're all supposed to have the same thing? That's what makes this wonderful. That's what makes this country wonderful, is the fact that we can speak out. We can say what you want to. A lot of the places, you say some of the things that we've probably said here alone in the den. Well, be buried in a shallow grave somewhere. Anyway, it is what it is. My thing is this, right? But yeah, this is true. Exactly, I agree, Culture. I mean, I don't understand why people don't like disagreement. I mean, if you can prove me wrong, fine. I'm still gonna disagree with you. Just because that's what makes it so fun. But symbolism is interesting. And no, I'm not just talking about the flags. I know a lot of people say, oh, you're talking about the America. And no, I'm gonna be honest. Y'all gotta understand a lot of stuff with the thumbnails and pictures and stuff too. There's a lot of subtle trolling in some of the things that I do, okay? And I'm gonna just tell y'all that straight up. There's a lot of subtle trolling in some of the thumbnails, and not all of them, but sometimes. Sometimes I just know that certain things are going to impact certain people a certain way. And I don't understand it, but if it stimulates your emotion, if it stimulates your mental, whatever it may be, then it's good. It did what it was supposed to do, right? So here's my thing. Right? I want to talk about the power of symbolism. It doesn't necessarily matter about what symbols we're talking about specifically tonight. They all have a reasoning. But again, like I said, from the video with the Confederate flag, and I had different comments. Some people said, hey, to me it means the South. Some people said, no, it's racism and you know it. Some people say, hey, you're carrying the flag of an enemy combatant on American soil. Some people said, it's just about, it's the KKK. Some people said, this, that, and the third. And again, people are entitled to whatever they want to feel, right? Because I can see both sides of the coin. I've had a small altercation with, it wasn't even an altercation really. It was a situation in high school. And a kid came through with a Confederate flag, a noose, and some other stuff. But what do you think his intentions were doing that? Well, he was trying to send a certain message, a certain vibe, a certain energy, right? Well, that was the first and last time he ever did that. I've seen people with Confederate flags go out of their way to help people of different races, different creeds, different colors, religions, backgrounds, whatever else. So what is the message behind that? What is the story behind that? My thing is, I'm never going to fault anybody for what they believe, how they were raised. I'm just all about education. I'm not going to tell you, well, because I was raised a certain way, You know, I think that this means this, and you need to change the way you feel about it. Because if I was that, then I'd be like a lot of these people out in Portland running around with their faces covered up. They wouldn't do a damn thing if they were by themselves. They, you know, that mob mentality is very powerful. I'd be one of those pussy motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Man, I saw a video the other day about that. And y'all know the deal. I go left and right. I saw a video, and I thought it was, and if it does, it does. But I think that's something you have to kind of this is my thing. This is what I'm gonna get to with that. I'm gonna address that, Shannon. But the guy out in, I don't know if he was in Portland or wherever, and he was saying, you know, I'm gonna walk over here, and they're going, no, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that because over there is. He's like, okay, well, you guys you're building a wall, huh, or something. You're saying, and then somebody like put their hands on him. He got scrapping with him. That's how it should be. That's how it should. Man, look, I gotta start working on some man on the street stuff. I gotta find somebody who can be a cameraman for me. Cause I really want to do some man on the street stuff, and I would not. I mean, y'all don't understand. Like, I wish it would be a different story. Y'all ever seen that video where that one chick, it's like one little black chick, she's fighting like the whole world. These motherfuckers are rushing her, but she got between them two cars. She got to dropping people and swinging for all of might. It would be something like that, but a little bit cleaner. I wish a motherfucker, like, you know, Cedric the Entertainer told you, I wish a motherfucker would. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be a whole different ballgame. I'm a very calm, cool, collected guy. We're gonna think rationally. We're gonna operate logically as possible. But as soon as some tomfoolery pop up, look, when it goes negative, I'm gonna think you have the worst intentions in mind, and I'm gonna make sure to quell any and all opportunities for me to receive any, you know, inflict any pain upon me. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. So again, unbeaten. Okay, I might have to reach out to you, see what's shaking. But I would love to be out there. I mean, it would be very interesting to see how that would go. Itsy Zaza, what's the motherfucking deal? Well, let's talk about some things. Like I say, symbolism. We'll talk about the flag. And the power of symbolism is what I mean is by what Shannon said, right? That it, shout out to the beat, and that it would make her feel a certain way, right? It makes her feel a certain way by seeing it, you know? Why? Yeah, and I agree with that. Like I say, but why? And again, like I said, there's a lot of, you know, we can talk about occult symbolism, we can talk about religious symbolism, we can talk about symbolism in movies and literature and all of these things. But let's start with one of the most blatant things, one of the things that, you know, has the most, I guess, representation. And maybe is it more representation, is it more symbolism? Is it the same when you talk about the flag? Because you see one flag, it makes certain people feel a certain way. Another flag makes other people feel a certain way. So when you see the Confederate flag, a lot of people say, well, I feel like that's a symbol of hate. And, you know, it's this, that, and the third, right? Okay. Could you say the same thing about a pride flag? Because it's a symbol of hate towards a certain group. You know, they felt like they've been oppressed by a certain group. Could you say that about the American flag? Other countries may see it as a whole, as something different, right? But what I come to is the individual. And I'm trying to talk fast, so I don't keep y'all all waiting and allow y'all to get in and get some calls in. Because like I say, we're going to stick to the 2-hour rule. So I'll talk about maybe 5 more minutes here. But is it the symbol or is it the individual and how they react to the symbol? You know, you could talk about a Jewish person maybe seeing a Nazi symbol, they're going to feel a particular kind of way. Even though they may have never encountered a Nazi in their life. Maybe they've only heard about it. They've only seen it. They've only, you know, maybe thought about it. They've heard stories. Them personally, they've never experienced it, right? You know what I'm saying? You know? And I agree. And there are black people I see. Man, what was that? David Banner's album, like a Mississippi album? A couple of years back had a Confederate flag on it. David Banner used to embrace it. Now he's kind of, you know, got woke or whatever you want to call it. And now he's got I want that David Banner. It's like I say, I've got some grays. I don't know if y'all can see them. You know, like on this side right here. Just like this side is all gray. I got all these grays over here. I want to get the whole thing just grayed out. I think it looks cool. It's maturity. even though I'm probably one of the most immature motherfuckers you'll ever meet. But, you know, people get angry and people get triggered behind symbolism, right? But what the funny thing is that's the obvious stuff. But there's so much more subtle symbolism going on around you everywhere, and you don't even realize it. And I think that symbolism is much more powerful because it sends certain messages to certain groups that these things have certain meanings. And this is the more, I wouldn't call it a cult, but you know, what's the word? Not esoteric. It just has meanings to certain people who are affiliated with certain organizations. And some people say, well, see, that's racism in the KKK. I think that's just so wide open and wide out there that I don't really think that's what you would call that. But you can talk about Masonic symbolism. You can talk about, again, like I said, religious symbolism and where these things originated and where they came from. I'm gonna be honest. If a nigga come with a Black Panther flag, we gonna talk. I don't even like the Carolina Panthers flag. Yeah, wherever Shelly at, I'm shooting shots. There was too much hype behind that goddamn Black Panther, man, and I don't even want to get on that. But so my thing is with symbols and symbolism is the stuff that you're familiar with, the stuff that you're aware of. You have to not let these kind of things impact your emotions. You can feel however you want to feel about it. But what I'm saying, when it gets you to a point where you can't control yourself, because that's what happened with some people. You saw some of these niggas out here running around, snatching up Confederate flags off people's trucks and out of their cars, cars, but yards and shit like that. And you can feel however you want to feel about it. But when you make that stupid decision to run into somebody's yard, to steal their property, because this is what it is, regardless of your feelings behind it, because then people get mad. As soon as that homeowner comes outside and pow, lays you down right there in their front yard, maybe just for good measure, ping, ping. What is it? What did they say on the internet? Pew, pew, pew. Yeah, and hit you with a couple of those. Now it's going to be a big rage. Everybody's going to be mad about it, right? So all I'm saying is use your logic. You can respond to things verbally. I have no problem with the way the chick handled her situation. If that's how she felt, that's the beauty of business in America. You have options. You can decline services. You can decline service if you're the business owner. You can, refuse service if you're the customer. That's the beauty of it. But again, you got to think about if the tables were turned, if it was a different situation, how do you react? Because there are symbols that you embrace, that individuals embrace, that they may not think there's anything negative with it, right? And it's not even about, like I said, not even about the visual. We can talk about, like I say, literary. We can talk about movies. We can talk about music even, because there's a lot of people who say, listen to rap music, right? I listen to rap music. Not as much as I used to, but I listen to rap music. So what if the situation was different, right? What would have been the reaction, say, it was a white homeowner and it was a black contractor, and there was no flag, but say he came up there bumping some NWA or bumping something, whatever, fuck Donald Trump, who was that, the YG, right? And say this was a conservative homeowner. Say we're flipping the thing around. And they came up jamming that. And the homeowner heard him and said, hey, you know what? I'm not going to use your services. You know what? You guys got to get out of here. I appreciate you coming, but you just got to go, right? What would be the reaction to that? What would be the response? People would holler racism. People would holler all these other things, right? There wouldn't be any. If somebody can have an association with rap music, all they know about rap music is it's violent, it's misogynistic, it's this, that, and the third, right? But that could be their only perception. They may not know about the good shit, right? In the same sense as when you look at the Confederate flag, people may have good associations with it. Like Empress SQ said that there were blacks that fought. People may feel that, hey, this is just in remembrance of, a life lost or the effort that was put into, the battle or whatever you want to call it. You cannot tell somebody how to feel about anything. You can disagree with it, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you can't say you need to feel this way. You're supposed to feel this way because this thing happened. What if that thing doesn't mean as much to me as it means to that person, right? Because I'm gonna be honest. I sit and I really think about it. I really think about it. Like when we have these conversations, when we sit here and we have these talks, I sit and I'm like, man, have I really had a racist encounter? Have I really just been a victim of some type of racism or something? It could be different for me. I'm a large black man, so maybe people respond differently. Think about the incidents that I've had with law enforcement. I've had worse incidents with black cops than I've had with white cops. I just think about people as a whole. I've never really had too much of an issue when I talk about a situation I went through when I was down bad. It was a white person that gave me an opportunity. I had no credentials, I had no nothing, that allowed me to do some contracting work to handle something for their business. They didn't know me from anybody. Was that racist? I told you that was a place that I learned when I started kind of learning more about conservative things. Didn't know me from Adam. Dreadlocks. I dressed up proper. I'd put on, button down and everything. I'd go in there properly. But still had dreadlocks. There's association with dreadlocks. The overwhelming 99% of people who attended this, who went to this restaurant / bar place, conservative minded, embraced me. I mean, when I talk about there were people here who had, when I say, y'all ever see that little meme? Hey, they got money. Oh, you got money. That type of shit, like people got money. And would sit down and have a conversation with me like I'm nobody different. And that's one of the things that really started changing my experiences. So when people sit here and say, oh, this is because of this, I can't believe that because of my personal experiences, right? It's not open yet. It's been open here shortly because I know I've been talking. I said I was going to stop talking a few minutes ago, but whatever. So when I see certain things, that's why I have to apply my experiences to it. But people get mad because you don't react the same way to something that triggers them as somebody else. Confederate flag. I understand what it means. If a person has one, I'm going to, the way we talked about judging a book by the cover the other day, right? I'm going to do some things. I'm going to see where you're at. I'm going to try to see where your mind is. And if I don't get a certain vibe, then I'm going to approach you just like anything else. If I do get a certain vibe from you, well then, hey, we're going to minimize our contact. We're going to, kind of leave it at that. And it is what it is. But my main thing of saying all this, and then I want to get into some other stuff as the calls, we start taking calls and things like that. My main thing of saying this, again, is to repeat what I was saying earlier. You can feel however you want to feel about anything, right? But it does not give you the right to disrespect somebody. It does not give you the right to hate somebody else. It does not give you the right to make assumptions about someone else because of what they support or what they do. You can judge, you can approach, but you can't automatically say that, hey, that person is this, this, and this because of that. When you have no proof other than a particular symbol. That's just kind of how I look at that. I got some other little notes here, but like I said, I'm opening up the line because again, like I said, I know we with me limiting the time, I want to make sure y'all have access. I want to make sure y'all have the ability to call in, and I will adjust some other stuff. Spider-Man, man, look, fuck all these new Spider-Mans. If it ain't what was his name? Tobey Maguire. If it ain't them Spider-Mans, I don't give a shit about them Spider-Mans. That's the only Spider-Mans I was fucking with. Boop, boop. Let's see. See, that's why y'all ain't got a professional team in New Mexico. Cause y'all don't know any better, goddamn. Is the bot not working? Is it not people should be allowed to rep their sets. I guess it's bot tripping. He ain't doing what it's supposed to? Okay. Let me see. Let me regulate and fixate. Let me reboot the bot up. Well, we know where Stan Lee is. Thank you, Itzy Zaza. I appreciate you coming through. And I definitely know if you get a chance, I definitely like to know more about what it is that you do, so I can definitely check out if there's anything I can do to be of assistance. Would definitely love to. Who the fuck is Tom Holland? I don't even know who the fuck that is. You would know some weird shit like that. Jair. Is it Jair? Is the H silent? You are from Honduras, you know, so the H must be silent. Jair. Make sure I'm saying that properly. The deadline is open. Call in, my friends. I want to know how y'all feel. And like I say, it doesn't have to be just this whole Confederate flag thing. We can talk about a variety of stuff. I'm getting super tight back on my schedule this weekend. Not this weekend, this week. And it's time to stay on my notes. Like I said, I spent a lot of time today kind of ironing out some details and some things, and because I sit here and I'm always, like I said, I tell y'all sometimes I get after the stream and I sit on what can I do to improve, what can I do to be better, what can I do to make better content. And I think I've laid down a solid blueprint. And like I say, scheduling is very important when it comes to that. Prepaid, what's the motherfucking deal, man? So is it still not stealing? Is it still tripping? Let me see. Okay, there you go. Yeah, there he is. Toe sucker. That's a new name. Okay, what's the motherfucking deal? I don't know if I'm gonna say that name too many times, but what's the motherfucking deal, toe sucker? But man, I'm telling you, I'm so out the loop, man. Like y'all know I don't know. Oh, before I forget, look, let me be smart. I got the line open. Let me actually fix the mic so I don't have to keep y'all waiting when y'all do call in. Nah, that's tough, man. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Hey, Honcho. It's Belle. I'm getting mine in early.
Already. How you doing this evening, Miss Belle?
I'm doing all right.
Okay.
Got a thought. You had talked about symbolism, but what about representation? Which is slightly different, but it's the opposite side of the same coin.
Okay. And I mean, and it's funny because I slightly thought about that before the stream, and we talked about, results of representation a while back. I have no problem with you representing something. You know, if that's how you identify, if that's how you put yourself out there. But again, that's kind of, I want to say it's in the same coin. I want to make sure we're on the same page, but that's why I say you can't, be mad at somebody else or assume that somebody else is using something for a particular reason. Like, we keep going back to the Confederate flag. Like, that might be representation of them. Hey, this is a symbol of my forefathers. They fought, on the Confederate side. It's not about racism. It's just about, heritage. I've heard a lot of people say that. But then, you have everybody on the other side who's like, oh, it's racism. You're just a racist. Well, I should, should I be dismissive of my own history because, I'm familiar with it? Should I be mad about that? No, if I want to embrace it, I feel like you have the right to embrace it. And I think that's where a lot of the lines get crossed. Is that kind of where you were going with it, or am I kind of off?
Kind of. I also think that we give it as much power as we choose to as well. That being said, being a Northerner, dealing with the Confederate flag, I know about it historically, but I don't actually contribute to it. I don't know how to represent what I'm saying about that. As a genealogist, I deal with it all the time as far as historical stuff goes, but as far as personally, I have no real history to it other than what I learned in the books. So I tend to be, I don't have a dog in that fight, I guess, as they say. And so it's probably one of the few places I don't have a voice. But I also have recognized different things, too, is that people react also out of fear of a symbol, not just the fact of what it represents, is what the fear that it brings out in that particular person as well. So it's just different observations of what we've been talking about. Like the U.S. flag, to me, it represents loyalty, it represents unity, it represents the fact that we're united. But not, like you said, somebody from China or somebody from other countries may not feel that way about them because we've had war with them. So it's looking at both sides of the coin. Anyway, any questions tonight?
I mean, how do you feel about being a Yankee?
Love it, hate it. um, there is definitely a line of demarcation when I come into the South that I've been called a damn Yankee more than once. There's good things and bad things to it. You get typecast just like Southern people do, just like Midwesterners do, just like Californians do. It's a region, it's a place or an area, and by no means, New York is not considered Yankee country. They are their own state. I have to say that because I've been told that more times than I care to hear it. It's a place I grew up, and it represents a part of history that I grew up with, which was the early revolutionary history. I didn't learn about Civil War until I was probably maybe sophomore, junior in high school. We primarily got the American Revolution, the DAR, all that other stuff. So it just depends on what part of the country that you grew up in. I know in California, a lot of it was the gold rush and the what do they call it, the Buffalo Soldiers and you know, Expand West and that kind of thing. So, you know, history is all a matter of what was going on in the area at the time or the background for the area that you lived in. So I am definitely proud of being a Yankee. I can't say we've always done good things, but it's given me a backbone in order to get through a lot of the natural disasters that I've had to deal with in the South with hurricanes and different things. So I guess that's kind of where that is. But, yeah, it's just where I'm from, you know. But I actually consider myself bilingual. Everybody's going to laugh at this, but when you spent half of your life in the South and half of your life in the North, there's two different languages that goes on. And it's not just a white and black language. It's a North and South language.
Okay. Could you give us like an example of that, or?
Perfect example. In the North, you would say a Kentucky Fried Chicken, I want a wings and breast. In the South, you say, I want white meat.
That's true.
In the North, you say, I want legs and thighs. In the South, you say, I want dark meat. Just an example. Now, in the South, it's sweet tea. In the North, it's unsweetened hot tea.
Yeah.
So there's just, I mean, those are just food examples, but I mean, there's a lot of other cross-culture things that don't always slide over. I mean, California has their own language for soda pop and different things, but yeah, sometimes language can get really twisted if you don't listen properly. And when they say y'all come back now, they don't always mean it. And Southern belles aren't always Southern belles. But that's a whole other story for a different topic. Talk about symbolism. But the thing is just for me, looking at symbols, is that we choose individually how much power we want to give it or how much fear it's going to invoke in us by choosing to either look at it or deal with it. And it's just a deep thought for Sunday night.
Okay. All right. Well, Ms. Bell, I appreciate you, starting the party off right. And yeah, and it's funny that you mentioned that street tea thing, because it's always Southern style sweet tea, and I always wondered about them. Like, do they not?
Anything above Virginia, they're gonna say, "Do you want sugar in it, or is it hot?"
Yes, it's terrible.
Most coffee in the North is generally hot, not iced. But many folks in the North will drink iced coffee before a Southerner will drink iced coffee.
Okay, that's you got to stay out to North, and definitely don't go above Virginia, you say. Okay.
Pretty much. I mean, you got that Mason-Dixon line thing going, and it kind of is pretty true to fact, but, things get a little gray on the line.
Okay.
So, if that's it, back to the boards, and I'll let everybody call in so we can get their 5 minutes in.
All right. Well, thank you, Miss Bell, and I appreciate you calling in.
All right, night.
All right. Shout out to to Miss Bell. Turkey flambe, Cliff and Daniel. That just made my evening. That made my evening. Shout out to Cliff and Daniel. But I'm going to talk about that in just a second. But shout out to y'all for dropping some Digimons in the den this evening. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling in to the den this evening?
What's good, Honcho?
Prepay. Man, prepay, that was your holiday, man.
Man, it was a blessing, bro. It really was awesome.
Okay.
Spend time with the kids, got on their grill early, so I didn't get black as fuck out there. You know, you get out there early. Because I've been, I done had some bad 4th of July. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. One year, I got drunk too early, fucked around, fell asleep at the pit, burnt all the meat up.
Ooh.
That type of shit happened. So, you got kids screaming they mad. So, I had to, fix my shit up. Got to cook first. Then you get wasted. So I'm trying to be a better person. Just trying to be a better American.
Really? What's on your mind this evening?
How was your 4th, bro?
Man, it was good. Don't complain, man. Ate real good. Got real fat. I'm gonna have to put in some work to lose some of these extra pounds I didn't put on. So I'm not even tripping on that. But hey, the food was worth it. So it is what it is. I don't know if you heard too last night. Someone called in and said you left to quote them, they said you left a very spicy message on their voicemail. They said they've been trying to get at you. They put an APB out on you last night, man. I don't know
yeah. Well, I called Professor Trill and got dead on his ass because I don't. One thing about me, I hate being misquoted.
Yes.
I don't mind. We can go back and forth. I have no problem, but don't say some shit I ain't say. That's the thing that bothered me. Yeah. And I was busy running around getting shit together for the 4th, so I couldn't get to him how I wanted to. So when I called left my voicemail, I got dead on his motherfucking ass for that. But this is a great segue for the conversation, and because that you asked about the 4th, and I'm gonna say this: Black people, y'all have got to start acting like we can't be patriots. I'm coming in a second. Give me a second. Hold on. Give me a second. So we make it seem like it's a problem being patriots. Like it's a problem loving America. It's a problem celebrating the 4th. Well, what the fuck else is y'all anyway, if you don't mind me asking? So, y'all keep yelling about, this country is racist, da-da-da-da. Well, why the fuck is everybody trying to sneak in this motherfucker? Like, I'm going to tell you something. I think every 4th of July I get excited. The fireworks, the red, white, and blue, you know what I'm saying? Just seeing, I love that shit. And every fucking 4th of July I watch the hot dog eating contest. That little white boy, Joy Chestnut, go out and eat 70 hot dogs. I be wanting to throw up every goddamn time. But I watch every time. I watch every fucking time. It's a part of American culture. That nasty motherfucker eat all them hot dogs, drink all that water and lemonade and shit with it. You know what I'm saying? And it's a part of it. And I got that one uncle who gonna constantly send that same ass message about don't celebrate the 4th of July and tell us about how Juneteenth. Man, listen, fuck him. I told him, man, fuck you. Don't text me that bullshit no more. Because y'all ain't do shit for the 4th of July but sit around and complain about how hot it was. I don't want to hear that shit. Symbols. I don't give a fuck about no flag, Honcho. It's simple. I see a Confederate flag. Now listen, when the Confederate flag stopped me from paying my mortgage, feeding my family, then we're going to have a big-ass problem. Until then, I don't give a shit. Funny story. About 10 years ago, I'm in Alabama. I went to Gulf Shores, and I went to a restaurant, and they had a big-ass Confederate flag on the wall. Man, it was huge. It was probably the biggest flag I've ever seen. It was so fucking big, you could tell somebody made this motherfucker to, like, keep people away. And my server goes, hey, boy, that flag don't mean nothing to you? I said, excuse me? He goes, hey, boy, that flag mean nothing to you? I said, you want the flag behind me? He goes, yeah. I said, well, no. He goes, well, why not? I said, because you ain't here serving me in this hot-ass restaurant and need my tip to pay your bills. He looked at me, kind of sucked his tooth and walked off. I don't give a fuck about no flag, man. I don't. The things that bother me is the motherfuckers who create a problem with the flag. The Colin Kaepernicks of the world who tell you this flag is racist. This retard. No offense to the retarded people, because I know some of y'all can't say that word no more. This nigga's a retard. Betty Ross, you are worried about a Betty Ross flag because it got the 13 stars on it, which indicates 13 colonies. The American flag has 13 stripes, you fucking idiot. 13 stripes. They just took the stars away, and now they added more stars for each state. It's the same motherfucking flag, you retard. Like, people like that bother me. These are the people who make me mad, because it's these people who make it seem like it's wrong for black people to be patriots. Like it's a problem for us to love America. We can't go nowhere else. Come to conservatives telling y'all she been to Africa. We can't go there. They don't want our black ass there at all. You can't go to no other country. All them places y'all claim to be from, oh, I'm mixed with India. You can't go there. So what's the problem with us being American citizens and loving the fact that we live in the greatest country in the world? What's the problem? I'm dying to know. Somebody tell me what's the problem. What's the problem? To get up, you know what I'm saying, get on the grill, smell that barbecue, you know what I'm saying? You see all the fresh ass cars, everyone got their cars washed and everything, you know what I'm saying? You see the little kids outside playing, you smell people cutting the watermelon up. Man, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I love that shit. Everybody get on the drink, everybody drinking, enjoying, playing domino. You know, I love shit like that, man. Like, what's the problem with that, Honcho? For the life of me, I don't get it. I just don't get it.
No issue to me, man. I love some bones, I tell you that.
I love bones, bro. I love going to Monka house, and you know what I'm saying, when he barbecue, he make them thick ass hamburgers and overcook them. You got to put 8 fucking shots of barbecue sauce because it's too goddamn thick to eat it without the, you know what I'm saying? I love shit like that, man. It's a part of it. It's a part of it. It's a part of 4th of July. I'm make you laugh. You go see a cookout at your family house. It's a part of it that whoever you told to bring the ice forgot the ice. Yeah. Now they got to go drive around for 30 minutes trying to find some place that's going to sell some fucking ice. That's a part of it. Whoever's going to be barbecuing, they're going to cook late. You're going to be in there starving. That's a part of it, bro. And I, for the life of me, bro, I don't understand why we can't embrace that and just be happy. Just be happy. This ain't our country. We can't celebrate the 4th of July. Well, tell me what country we a part of so I can go celebrate they shit. Because there's going to be some fucking celebrating around here. I promise you that much. Sooner or later, I'm finna drink something. Tell you that now. I'm finna shoot this fucking gun. I promise you, I'm gonna shoot this gun. I'm gonna let these fireworks off. So tell me, what is jumping? Because Kwanzaa ain't it. I tried that Kwanzaa shit terrible, giving away canned goods and shit. What is we gonna celebrate? I need to know. So for all you wokey woke biggity black niggas out here who be talking all that, this ain't our country bullshit, nigga, you better tell me right now what I'm celebrating, because I'm celebrating something, bitch.
Oh, I'm not the fucking canned goods, man. Oh, shit. Okay.
Nigga celebrating Kwanzaa gonna hand me a fucking can of peas. Fuck you, bitch. It's Christmas time. Get the tree. Get the tree and fire up the goddamn lights. This is some bullshit.
Man.
Nigga gave me a thing of plantains one time. Oh, no. Man, y'all better go find white Jesus and white Santa Claus. Fuck this shit. This shit sucks.
Oh, yeah, Trill pulled up too. Trill say he pulled up right when you called, right when you addressed it. He slid up in the chat, so he said to let you know that he in the chat now.
Well, you know what? You let him know that I'm like a person in jail. You're looking for me, come get me. Because a nigga could have called me back and they ain't called me back for shit. I paid my cell phone bill. I wouldn't have put a whole bunch of minutes on this motherfucker. He could have called me. But see, what Trill ain't want to tell y'all was, in that call that night, slowly but surely, the more he called back, the more he started agreeing with me. That's what the shit was funny to me. The shit started to tickle me. He said, "Shit, well, you know what? He did kind of, you know what I'm saying, kind of start riding for us at the end, you know." Like, well, wait a minute, God damn it, that's what I said. Well, I mean, he ain't sucked, but I mean, he was a very below average quarterback. Nigga, that's what I said. What the fuck you talking about?
Man, he said he got proof that he called you back. He said he got the receipts.
Oh, no, he ain't called over here. You wanna know how I know he ain't called over here? Because if I call you and pick up and I leave you a voicemail and you call me back and I ain't got no voicemail, what that means? It's we mirror image over here, man. Leave your voicemail. You call me back, you leave me a voicemail. You ain't leave no voicemail because you tired of Kaepernick nappy head ass also. That was really what happened. You got tired of nigga false claiming around here too with that thick ass afro. I tell you what, he better not be around me with that big ass afro. I'm gonna get my clippers out and plug his ass. Put your fucking hair in some braids or some dreads, punk. Cut that bullshit off your head. Looking like the indigenous version of Afro Thunder. Get this nigga out of here, man. I'm gone, man. Y'all be blessed, man.
I already prepaid. Appreciate the call, man. Man. Please tell me that's not true. Are they really giving canned goods for Kwanzaa? Are they giving, you hate to see it. I hope not. But, okay. That's tough, man. That's tough. Oh, look who this did. Look, the only white person I know on Color People Time, Lady Licious is in the building. Shout out to Miss Lady Licious. I got you there, Nacho. Let me see what's going on. Let me see what's going on here. I got your message on the Twitters. And let me see. Where's that? Okay. Let me see. All right, I'll try to get you after this one. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
Hola, Honcho.
Orale, what's happening?
¿Cómo está usted, Honcho?
No entiendo.
¿Cómo no entender?
Hey, look, hey, this is America, brother. All right? We speak English over here, brother. No Nintendo. No.
Pero por eso los... Hello?
Orale.
Hola?
Orale. No more locked doors.
¿No quiere que le corte la yarda mañana?
All right. This is an American channel. We speak English over here. All right. Hold on. Did somebody say? Let me see what we got going on over here. Hold on. Let me see what we got going on over here. Do we have receipts over here? Okay, hold on. Let me. Y'all just got me active over in this joint. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we have calling into the den this evening?
Hola, ¿cómo estás, Eddie?
Jair, you don't even speak no Spanish, man. You don't speak any Espanol.
Don't get mad at me because you only speak one language.
I speak real niggerish, and that involves me hitting this little red button right here. What do you want to talk about, Jair? What's on your mind, man?
Nah, man, I just wanted to ask you, well, this ain't got nothing to do with the topic for today, but I just wanted to ask you, what did you think of, of Black Panther? Because I missed the review that you did on the Cushing, because I remember you did it, but I didn't watch it. But I want to know your thoughts on the movie, man, because, like, for me, I thought it was just like a regular-ass Marvel movie that was just kind of overhyped, but I want to know what you think.
I got to give y'all one of the Professor Trio breaths on that one. Black Panther was all right. It was not like, to me, with all, I'm going to be honest, all the hype that surrounded it made it, I guess I won't say it made it worse, but I guess it added a level of disappointment because everybody was just, talking like it was going to be the game changer. It was, it was the greatest thing ever happened, all this other good stuff. And to me, it's just like, it was all right. It wasn't, again, I think for a lot of people, it was their first Marvel movie or something. And so maybe they, got hyped because of everything, the special effects and everything that went with it. But I didn't really think that it was a game changer. I didn't think anything special. And I took a different message away from it that, a lot of folks was like, oh, yeah, this is the movie that's going to bring all the black folks together. They was Wakanda forever, whatever the rest of the shit was going on. Like, where is Wakanda? Show me Wakanda on the damn map. It ain't got no force field on it, none of that nonsense. My thing was just like, if anything, it speaks more on the dynamic of how Africans respond to African Americans, as opposed to this being a movie about how all black people are gonna come together and get it right finally. So I think that there was a whole different element to it. So that's just my personal feelings. I didn't think it was terrible. I didn't think it was great. I just thought it was another movie in the line of Marvel movies.
All right. One more question before I get off the line, man. Is why do you believe that, you know what I'm saying, that Tobey Maguire, you know, the artist that plays Spider-Man, you know,
Artist?
Spider-Man 1, 2, 3, better than the
artist.
than the one that plays, you know, the current one.
Yeah.
Tom Holland that plays Far From Home, and Homecoming.
Okay. Well, one. Is Tom Holland the same one is Tom Holland the same one that is that's in the Avengers?
Yeah, that one, the one that's in Infinity War and Endgame. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna be honest. Only time I've seen him is in the Avengers shit. So I'm really not even familiar with his work. I just know I watched the Tobey Maguire ones. I didn't watch any of Tom Holland. You know, that was more my generation Spider-Man. This new weird shit. Ooh, okay, hold on. So wasn't there a Spider-Man with Jamie Foxx in it? Like
You said what?
When there a Spider-Man, he wasn't Spider-Man, but he was like a bad guy or something like that. When he like, he wasn't. He was like a lightning or something. When there like because there's been a bunch of Spider-Mans that I haven't watched, because I know it was Tobey Maguire, and then I know there was like a new you know what I'm saying?
That was it was the Spider-Man. It was the first Spider-Man 1, 2, 3, and then it was the Amazing Spider-Man. But that one was terrible. It was Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man 1, the Amazing Spider-Man 2, and then they introduced a new Spider-Man.
Okay.
With Far From Homecoming, and then Far From Home.
Okay.
But he was introduced to us in when Marvel. I mean, it was Captain America: Civil War. That's when he was introduced.
Okay.
That's in 2016.
Okay, so the last one I think I saw was I saw one of those Amazing Spider-Mans, and they probably weren't that great. But I haven't seen any of his actual work, so I'd actually have to watch it. I ain't gonna just hate on him, but since I'm not familiar with him, fuck him, fuck his little weird name, and OG Spider-Man for life. How about that?
Nah, cause I would think like the movie that just came out, Spider-Man: Far From Home, you need to go see that one, man. Like that movie was great, bro. You need to go watch it. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna change your perspective on all of this, man.
I don't know. Like they said, I'm not even gonna get into it. Maybe we'll see. It's like I got like a list of movies I still need to go see. I've been saying I'm gonna go watch it. I just don't ever be watching shit. I still ain't seen John Wick 3. That's something I actually really want to watch. So I'm sure Spider-Man: Far From Home will be way down the list if I ever get there. So there's that.
You could take the little one to go watch Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure she gonna fuck with it heavy. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. This ain't no new Spider-Man house. So we gonna watch the old shit like we watched the old Last Dragon. We watch old shit around here. You know what I'm saying? We don't fuck with that new shit.
Like the nigga that created the motherfucking characters single-handedly, and he was alive. He said that Tom Holland was better than the other two niggas. But you can't argue with the motherfucker who made the character.
Man, yeah, I can. Is he still on the rights to him? Did he get rid of the rights? Is he still on the rights to the Marvel franchise? Even when he was alive?
It's his shit, Honcho.
Huh?
His shit. Stanley, it's his shit, my nigga. It's his shit. I don't give a fuck what happened. But, all right, Honcho, appreciate it.
All right. Well, Stan Lee was old and senile when he said that shit. Bye. Shout out to Kenneth, man. Kenneth is a funny dude, man. Not really, but Kenneth actually made me laugh today. Favorite piece of merch? I don't know, man. I saw somebody ask probably the mug or the Honcho is my homie shirt. I like that shirt. I don't necessarily have a favorite. I like everything. I want to think. But Kenneth sent something today on the gram. Usually Kenneth sends the corniest shit, and it's just usually really, really lame. But he sent something today that actually made me laugh. And it wasn't the fact that he was talking about we out here working and he was the only person on the field by himself. It looked like he was just walking, cutting through the park to go to the corner store or some shit. But it's the way he ended that shit. It was pretty humorous. So shout out to Kenneth. Kenneth, you get one brownie point today. you get one brownie point today, and that's all you get, man. All right. Let me see. Okay, let me see where we at. Yeah, I was trying to make a call before Kenneth rudely interrupted. Let me see here. Actually, I can just do this. I guess it makes more sense. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
You got J Dizzle, Honcho. What's the goddamn deal?
What's the motherfucking deal, J Dizzle? What's on your mind this evening, man?
Mr. Michael. First off, yes, and I plainly said that I received your spicy voicemail, and I didn't take too kindly to it, because it seems that you were real offended by the comments that I had made during the stream. Now, the fact that you chose to deal with me one-on-one is admirable, and unfortunately, at the time, I wasn't able to take your call, because you waited to the one point of the time of the damn day where I was busy doing some shit to call me, and I couldn't answer the phone at that moment. So I called you back roughly, 45 minutes later. Of course, I sent Honcho the screenshot of when I did return the call, and I also texted it to you, brother, so I have proof. Now, the call only lasted 5 seconds, but you didn't answer the phone, so I hung up. I ain't finna blow nobody's phone up like that, because to me, it wasn't even that big a deal anyway. But also, to clarify, again, because you seem to have taken this some type of way, I never said, or never repeated what you said. I just was telling you how you sounded when you said it. Now, I specifically said those words. You specifically repeated those words that I specifically said. So how did we get to this I'm putting words in your mouth thing? I don't know how we got there, because I never put any words in your mouth. I just told you what you sounded like. And obviously, you felt some type of way about it, which you're entitled to. And I have no problem with that. But the fact that you felt some type of way about that, that's a you thing. That's not a me thing. I still have no problem with you, and I still stand by what I said, whether you liked it or not, because that's just how I get down. It is what it is. So I'm not saying what you were saying was wrong. I was just letting you know that you were being hypocritical. That was it. And I had evidence the way you were being hypocritical. You didn't refute any of that. You refuted some of the facts that I had that, yeah, I was wrong on. Cool. I gave you your props for that. But that's it. That's the extent of it. So I don't know what else to say. To me, it's really a non-issue. But since you actually called in again tonight and addressed it once again, I felt like I had to clarify my stance. That's it.
What are your thoughts on symbolism and symbols being used either, like I say, it doesn't necessarily have to be the Confederate thing. That's just kind of, I guess, the main focal point that got this conversation started. But, you know, there's symbolism in music and in literature and movies and all kind of arts. I mean, day-to-day life, you see it, you know, certain things. If you look at certain logos on companies and businesses, there's symbolism in some of those. Like, what are your thoughts on symbolism and how people react to certain things?
Man, they can react however the fuck they want to. I don't care. As long as it ain't bothering me, I don't give a shit.
So, like when you see
That's pretty much it.
Okay. So if you see a Confederate flag, how does that make you? Does that make you react a particular kind of way? Are you neutral? Like what does that do?
Nothing.
Okay. Interesting.
If they want to fly that shit, they can. I don't like it. I'll never fly it. Because I know what part in time in history that represented in my ideas, but I'm not going to infringe on anybody else's right to fly it. But the only time I will infringe on your right is if you call me a word that I don't want to be called. Pretty much it. You can do what you want to do over there, but just don't disrespect me, man.
That's I think I
That's
agree.
when I have to put the pause on you. That's just it.
Yeah, that's kind of I think where I'm at with it. Like I feel like you should be entitled to do what you do because if anything, you're given. Well, people got I don't know. Maybe I just look at stuff a little bit differently. Like everything, people's actions, people's words, people's how they identify themselves. It gives you insight onto to people. Sometimes they're unintentionally giving you insight, and you use that to your advantage. The more information you have about somebody, and again, I'm not saying you're trying to plot on everybody or anything like that, but it gives you more understanding into their mentality. And so instead of getting upset about it, unless a real situation occurs, and I don't see any reason to get upset, but you just kind of have an understanding of where they may possibly lean, how they may possibly respond to certain things. I think that really gives you the upper hand. Instead of people getting, enraged and just mad, hey, as long as the situation is copacetic and there's nobody having any issues, I don't see a problem for getting angry about it. But, just use that information to your advantage. That's just how I kind of see that shit.
I mean, I agree with that, but I just pretty much under the thing of, look, I don't like the gay shit. I don't participate in that shit. If y'all want to go into a whole stadium and have a butt fucking contest, y'all do that. Just don't make me watch it and don't try to push the bullshit on me. That's all I'm saying. I don't care. Y'all can do what the fuck y'all want to do over there. If y'all happy, then y'all be happy. But don't infringe on my shit. Don't fuck up none of my shit for me. That's all I care about.
Okay.
Now, if y'all somewhere hanging niggas, that's different.
Yeah, so would you, that's symbolism. That's also symbol. So would you be more offended by a noose or a Confederate flag?
Oh, it would definitely be a noose. I want to kill a motherfucker then because to me that's a direct threat to my life, and I'm not playing with that. Because I thought about that shit too. If I was working a job and I had a lock and I opened my lock and seen the news, it'd be a misunderstanding in that motherfucker. I'll tell you that shit now. I would not let that shit rest till it get to the bottom of it. I don't give a shit if I got to call in the FBI. I'm finna find out who hung this bullshit in the lock. And I'm gonna deal with them expeditiously and viciously. It will not be a nice night for them.
Okay. And then, I had an incident on a job site one time, but it wasn't directly to me or anything. They hung a noose somewhere up in the unit, and they come out investigating. We had to stay extra. And I'm not getting paid for this. I don't want to be here. Why? And now I'm asking all these niggas, did you hang the noose? Like, what the fuck I look like? Hanging the fucking. I wasn't even in that part of the fucking unit. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, and I'm just serious. Like, I'm looking at these motherfuckers like, for real? Like. For real.
That's when you just look at it with the stupid face, for real?
Just like this whole situation.
I'm just to hang a noose up in here, for real.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, okay.
Nah.
But like I say, to me, like, look, if you really feeling that kind of way, and to me, it's just somebody who pissed off, upset, probably had an interaction with somebody of a different race, and they was mad about it. Instead of really doing something about it, they go and do some old foolishness. Man, I'm a person that, man, if I got an issue with you, we gonna address it, we gonna handle it. I'm not going to do all this subliminal extra shit.
And directly with you.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, all that other extra shit, that passive aggressiveness and shit, like, man, fuck that stupid shit.
I'm not about that life. I wasn't brought up that way.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man. Like,
in PA, you go knock on a nigga door.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
Bro, I heard you was bumping your gums. Is that issue? Nah, man, that ain't what I said, man. That ain't what I've been hearing, dog.
Yeah, we need to clarify. We need understanding. That's what I'm talking about, man. Understanding is very important, man. It's the key to life, literally. Because a misunderstanding can end your life. So understanding is very important, and I feel you because it's been a couple of times. Hey, look. The little issues with neighbors and other things. Let me step on your porch real quick. Let me holler at you, man. This is, we need to clarify some shit, But it just be like that. But again, like I say, most people really ain't. It ain't like that. And so I take a lot of shit with a grain of salt. If you just doing some shit like that, then you really don't feel the way you think you feel. That's just your way of trying to, I guess, alleviate your anger or whatever. Because I'm trying to figure out what is that gonna do. Hanging a noose up high in a unit somewhere where ain't nowhere, like maybe like 3 or 4 people might go, so you ain't that mad. You just doing some shit. Like, I don't know. Again, it is what it is. But yeah, okay. Just curious about that.
Yeah, it's certain things that would get to me, but a fucking flag,
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, left.
Okay. All right. All right. I don't know. What do you have beliefs in the occult or occult symbolism or things like that? Do you think that's a thing that happens, or like people talk about Masonic things? What is it? Was it a 33rd degree, and
All that
rights and all
shit.
that shit? Yeah.
Nah, that ain't in my wheelhouse, man. I don't know nothing about that shit. I don't pretend to know nothing about that shit. Sometimes I think like certain shit is interesting. Like I think, conspiracy theories are interesting just to see how they fit pieces together and what I'm saying, the logic behind it. I like with logical shit, man. So when you just come up with this fucking crazy ass shit, sometimes it'd be a good story in it. And it might be a nugget or two that I could use that to carry on in my life. But a lot of time I'd be like, man, get out the bullshit. Like sometimes they be reaching way too fucking far. They be reaching too far. Like with this Illuminati shit, to me that shit there, I'm like, man, y'all niggas be doing all this extra shit. Look at that, he holding up the rock. That's the time of the eye. I'm like, oh man, nigga can't even throw up nothing without it being some kind of hidden meaning behind it and shit. Oh, look at the times of the songs on this album. All of them was divisible by 3. Like, really, nigga? Who's sitting up here looking at that bullshit? Like, damn, you niggas ain't got nothing better to do with your life, bro. That shit crazy.
Yeah, nigga hit a 3-pointer. He in the Illuminati now. That's tough. Shoot the J. Shoot the J, Charlie Murphy.
Oh yeah, and speaking, if I find the news, I could just call you. You FBI now, right?
I'm CIA.
Oh, CIA.
Yes, I'm a CIA agent.
Central Intelligence Agent.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm probably more likely to have placed the noose than to help you find it, but it is what it is.
Oh,
the CIA behind it.
Sound like something breaking news Braylon
the CIA behind everything, man. All the all everything that has happened. The CIA is behind that, so I'm a part of that whole process.
Fucking government, man. The government, they gonna get you.
Y'all finna activate. Y'all finna push that magic button, man.
Those motherfuckers, man.
Oh man, Breaking Wind Braylon. Look, Breaking Wind Braylon. He's an innocent young man. I ain't even gonna attack him. But yeah, okay.
I will.
All right.
I don't give a fuck. Anybody can get it. None fades off.
Okay. You got anything else you'd like to add to this?
Nah, that's it. I'm good.
Okay. All right. Well, shout out to Professor Trio. I appreciate you coming through and sharing your views on that.
All right, man.
All right, there we go.
I'll let you prepaid, fucker.
Now, if I say something, I do agree because I was reading this book. I'm not going to say the name of the book. But trust me, if the government wants to know the name of the book, they know because I ordered it off Amazon. And they trust me. They know all your library checkouts. They know all your book purchases, all that good shit. That's why when you get in these little loyalty programs and all that shit, trust me, they know exactly what you're purchasing. And it's not to be all fucking conspiracy theories. It's fucking true. That's how they know how to fucking that's how they know how to fucking sell you certain things. They trust me. They know. That's why you get these targeted ads from the Googles and everything else. I'm gonna get you, Nacho, man. I've been trying to, every time I try to dial your number, somebody calling, but I'm gonna get you before the stream over with, Nacho. I ain't gonna forget about you. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we have calling it? Just gonna hang up on a player like that. Just gonna hang up on a player. Man, what's the motherfucking deal? But yeah, and like I said, just reading this book, it informs you of some things. A lot of very interesting information. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we have calling into the den?
What's up, motherfucking Honcho? How you doing, motherfucker?
Is Brett? What's the motherfucking deal, Bretto, man? Like that's the Bretto we know and love. What's on your mind there, Bretto? How do you feel about symbolism? How much of the government has to do with this, and just what's going down? What do you think about this?
For real?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, man. I'm eating a bomb ass DiGiorno's pizza right now, so I was like, fuck. Hold
It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
on. Okay. Anyway, what was I talking about again? DiGiorno's?
Yeah, how much symbolism is in the DiGiorno's pizza? How much Illuminati government influence does DiGiorno's have?
Well, I mean, I don't know about exactly to the company, but I'm sure they do with, you know, they spray a lot of chemicals when they, like, seal up the bags or something like that. I can't remember what it's called. Fucking A, goddamn it, Honcho, I can't remember exactly. But you were talking about something prior to that when I was about to fucking blow it out the fucking water, man. Just blow it out. Professor Trill, he was talking about, fuck, goddamn it. I wish I would have wrote some shit down, bro. Because Professor Trill was blaming government on some shit in the last call, and I was agreeing with him because they are behind a lot of shit. But, fuck, dude. Okay. Anyways, hey, Honcho, what were you going to say again?
we're talking about symbolism in society. So, you know, it could be.
Oh, yeah, man. You know, I never got all symbolic over all the shit that there is out there. Like, you know, I don't fucking nut in my fucking panties when I see an American flag. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna fucking just fucking cry when I hear the national anthem or any of that fucking shit. Because they want you to be like, they want you to be fucking sheeps. Like the fucking Nazis were. Just obeying fucking government. They want you to fucking just say, look at us, we're fucking doing what we're told and all that fucking shit. Fuck! But hey, Honcho, bro, I fucking love you, bro. And I want to tell you, man, like, you know, I wish that, you know, I would have fucking been able to chill more, like, because you called me up on 4th of July. I was like, fuck, bro, dude, it's going to be chill, bro. Just fucking Honcho called me up, and I was like, yeah, bro, it's going to be fucking sick, dude. And I was hella fucking keyed. But I was, like, at a family's party, and there was, like, a bunch of neighbors outside and shit, and I thought they were going to call the cops. So I got all fucking paranoid, so I was like, fuck, dude. But anyway, what was I talking about again, Honcho? What was that?
That you said you didn't nut in your panties about the flag or start shedding tears.
Oh, yeah, fuck that shit, dude. Why the fuck am I gonna be all sentimental over some flags or some fucking music or some shit like that? You think I'm gonna surrender? Fuck you. That's not how Bretto fucking works. God fucking damn it. You know what? We're not even supposed to, you know, I don't even fucking, bro, I don't want, man. I don't want to change the subject, but it's just, it's some fucking bullshit, Honcho.
No, let's talk about it.
You know? Hold on a second. One second, Honcho. I'm sorry. Oh, shit. Fuck. All right. I just want to light this up, Honcho, because I want to enjoy this call with your callers as much as you're enjoying it with the callers. Trying to find a lighter. Okay. Because we're going to have to crack down. We're going to do some fucking investigations, Honcho. This fucking ain't right. You understand what's going on here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got problems to solve. We got to figure this stuff out.
Exactly. We have some fucking problems, and we got to figure these goddamn fucking problems out, right? So I got some Banana Kush right here. I'm trying to find a place to just fucking chill down, you know. But this is very important, very fucking important. I mean, we don't play. I mean, we and you are fucking running around. You know, we can fucking Honcho, we can run around, jump in circles and shit, and nobody's even gonna fucking notice, no matter even if we're impacting the world. So I'm gonna light this up right now. Hold on, right now.
Man, please, yes, all the 420 friendly people. I just want y'all to know, hey, when y'all If y'all fire up, man, just hit that 2 times for your boy Honcho. I'm not
Because
back.
that's how it's going to be, Mr. Honcho. I know Professor Phil's probably pissing in his panties right now. He's like, God damn it, Honcho, how are you going to let some dude smoke weed on your show? You know what, Mr. Phil? I'm sorry, but you're fucking wrong. This is Honcho's show.
Well, I think you'll be all right, Trump. I used to smoke weed on the show before it changed it to the dead. I used to be fucking stupid high. It was.
So how long have you known Mr. Trill?
I've been
The
knowing
Trillinator, as I call him. The Trillinator.
It's been going on a minute now. Huh? Trill been rocking with it for a minute. At least it's been over a year or so. Because I know, like I said, I haven't smoked for about a year, so I know he was in there before then. So it might be over a year, maybe close to 2. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, look, there's a reason why those Kush Den videos are unlisted now. Because I don't want the government coming in and trying to get all the Kush Den info, right?
I bet they would, though. Well, especially online, because they want to censor opinions. You know, they don't want, you know, if you know, you got some really good ideas out there, they're going to say, well, we're going to silence you because we want, you know, they want to push pedophilia to kids and all that shit. You know what I mean? They're obsessed with it.
Oh, man.
The government is obsessed with it.
It's some crazy
You know what I mean?
stuff.
That's why you see it in kids' shows, and you see they're obsessed with it.
You heard the My Little Ponies? They got some lesbian ponies now, huh?
What's ponies now?
Have you heard of the My Little Ponies?
Right.
You know they have lesbian ponies now, right?
Oh, right. No, that only makes sense because, you know, then they can get the 4 or 5-year-olds to get into it. You know, how about this is pretty cool. And I got nothing against that kind of shit. I mean, that sounds horrible. I mean, I don't have anything against homosexuality, but I mean, like, to be pushing it to, like, kids at that age, just, what is the point of that, Honcho? Can you fucking describe to me? What is the goddamn point of that?
Grooming to make all of this stuff acceptable.
Oh, so pedophilia. So we're just supposed to fucking goddamn submit to government, right? So government's gonna just be grooming us and saying, look, you know, of course, that's why they're doing it. It has to do with power. You know, they're gonna groom us and say, look, you know, I'm gonna rub your fucking head. I'm the government. I'm gonna pat your fucking belly. You know, you're gonna do what you're fucking told, and you're gonna shut up, and you're gonna obey. Fucking it. We're not gonna surrender, right? No, because it's not as easy as, but okay. But when it comes to symbolism, sorry, I got off topic. When it comes to symbolism, yeah, I'm not. And what do you mean exactly by that? Like, do you just want me to just talk about any symbolism, or?
There's a variety of symbolism. You know, there's symbolism in movies, subtle signs that they put in the backgrounds, and you know, there's symbolism in literature that they, you know, literature really, well, depending on what you read, it can be complex. I guess they'll say one thing, it'll be you know using metaphors, and you know, one thing represents something completely different depending on how you're interpreting it. But I think a lot of literature, I'm gonna get on that in a second, but you can talk about symbolism as in flags, as in, you know, signs that people carry or whatever it may represent. Like, how important is symbolism in, you know, the way that people react to it?
Right. Well, you know, it's really trippy, though. Like, how do you feel about, I don't know if you were talking about this earlier today, because I just clocked on, but how do you feel about the Confederate flag? Like, if you see people today flying it, do you think they're racist, or do you think it's like a Southern thing?
Yeah, we were speaking about that a little bit earlier. Man, I don't have a big deal with it, like I say, because you know, it's people are entitled to their perspective of it. Like I say, certain people said, hey, you know, it's a heritage thing. You know, my grandpa, my great grandfather, somebody, you know, they fought for the Confederacy. Are they supposed to just ignore that? Are they automatically supposed to feel the same way as, say, somebody who may have been on the opposite side of that feels? Maybe they have skin in the game, or you know, some people say, hey, some people are. You can tell some people it does have to do with a racist ideology. But I'm not going to lump everybody in the same category. I'm just not going to let it make me react. The only power I have over that is to not react to it in a certain way, you know, and get to know and try to figure out this person's intentions. Now, the actions that go along with that are going to make me determine whether or not, okay, this person is racist, this person is just, representing, or whatever it may be. But because what I talked about is something that happened here in Houston a while back, and people were saying, oh, they, this, that, and the third, they're all racist. But I don't know if you remember her hearing about Hurricane Harvey a couple of years back, and the things that there were a bunch of these people, you can call them rednecks, you can call them whatever you want to, in these big jacked up fucking trucks, and some of them had Confederate stickers and stuff like that, but they were going all over the place helping out everybody. Some of them had boats and other things going on. So should a person who feels like that flag is racist, should they refuse help from somebody because they see that Confederate sticker, this person's trying to help me, but they're racist, so fuck them? No, that person's going to take that help, they're going to take that assistance because they want to get out of a bad situation. And if that person was truly a racist deep down to their core, why would they try to help you? Wouldn't they just pass you up? Wouldn't they just ignore your plea for help?
Yeah, I agree, man.
So, and this is not to say that there are not racist. Oh, no, there are people who fly the Confederate flag that are absolutely racist. Yes, there are. But I'm not going to automatically assume just because someone has that that's exactly what it is, that's exactly what they are, that's exactly what it means.
All right, Honcho. Hey, Honcho.
Yo.
Something else I had to tell you, and it was really fucking important, dude. I mean, really fucking important. Fuck. Oh man, it was like. Are you gonna extend the den, or is it over?
No, we gonna hit the 2 hour mark, and this we gonna get ready to wind it up. They're gonna be about the 2 hour marks from now on, just so I can provide more content, be a better host.
I see. All right, I'm trying to think. There was something else.
Symbolism, government, Confederacy, symbolism in movies. I mean, I don't know. Trying to.
Now, did you feel like that they need to get rid of all the monuments too? Like, I had all those.
I don't give a shit about the monuments. I don't give a shit about the statues. I really don't. I'm gonna be honest. Like, it is what the fuck it is. You know what I mean? Like, build some monuments you like. Don't go to the monuments you don't like. That's just kind of how I look at it. Because the thing is, once you get rid of all those, they'll start going, like I say, there's a bunch of allegations, say like you got a statue of MLK now or something. And now there's allegations coming, oh, MLK was doing this and he saw somebody rape somebody and do all this other stuff. Then what that comes down to, you go find fault with anything that anybody ever did, and so we got to take down every statue. If I don't give a fuck about the person, I'm not going to go to the statue and say, wow, I find this is an amazing. No, I just don't give a shit. Like, the thing is, the shit that you give attention to will own you. Wherever you pay your work, like that's why the term is pay attention, because it's a cost. If you're paying attention to something, then you're gonna that's what you're gonna get more of. And so I don't give a shit about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care about that type of shit. I'm gonna pay attention to the shit that concerns me, the shit that's gonna help me advance in life and that's gonna put me in a better position so I can pay even less attention to the tomfoolery and the shenanigans. That's just kind of the way I see it.
Man, Honcho, you the fucking shit, bro. You know that? I mean, you are the motherfucking shit, bro.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah. Fucking A, man. Hey, Honcho, bro. I gotta hit you up another time, man. You take it easy, bro.
All right, brother, man. Appreciate the call, man.
All right, you too.
All right. Well, who the fuck gonna put a monument? Female pimp. See, I figured out female pimp slightly, sort of, kind of, right? Female pimp is like a sort of troll, she's like an elementary troll. She's getting her troll game up, and I can respect it. I like quality trolling. I'm not against. I love a quality troll. She's not quite quality yet. She's working on it. Because the thing about it, is when your troll game is superb. You can't troll a super troll, right? They don't react. But female pimp is you can make her react, and it's not too difficult. So as she's working on her troll game, she'll get better eventually. But top notch trolls get the most, not the less. Nah, Miss Me, sit your ass down. You gonna sit in here? I'm expecting a call from you. I ain't seen your area code yet. I need to hear a call from Miss Meat so I can mute the beginning of it and then mute the end of it. But here's my thing, man. Here's my thing. When we're talking about symbols, and again, you can do whatever you choose to do. Let me make this happen because I was supposed to do this. Let me get on my right account here. You can do whatever you choose to do. Role playing, troll playing. It's the troll role. Man, that makes me think of fucking Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You got to pay the toll for this boy's soul. But it didn't quite sound like that. What was it? Nightman? The Nightman or something like that. That was a great episode. Let me pull this up. Okay, here we go. Let's try to make this happen. I guess I should put the right number in there, huh? All right, let's do this. But no mixer tonight. No mixer action tonight. Got a couple things I gotta handle. I gotta hit the streets after the stream. I'm trying to call you. Not sure what you mean. I'm calling you right now. Yeah, but I was calling you right now. Nacho. That's what I was dialing up. Hello, Toe Lover. For what? For what? What? Fardium Oriole. What is that? What is that? Female. What are you saying? Far Cry? I don't know what you're talking about there. I don't know. I don't even know what's going on. They revealed a God amongst men. He was the man. Look, when are they going to bring back the Penguin? All right, all this Batman shit. But here's the deal. Like, I guess I'm still in the old. We were talking about fucking Spider-Man earlier, right? And are superheroes symbols of something? I'm sure they're symbolic. I mean, superheroes are all going gay now too. They're making all these pride superheroes. Pride heroes, I guess. I don't know. But the Penguin. When are they bringing back the Penguin? You know what I'm saying? Is he? Because I'm telling you, I'm like 2 generations back of all the superheroes. Like, I'm still on the old. Like, I don't want to leave that what is that trilogy of the Batmans, the Dark Knight little trilogy Beyond Batman. Was it Batman Beyond or something? I don't even know what that for. Batman Begins. Yeah, Batman Begins, the Dark Knight, and what was that last one? Dark Knight Returns. I don't even remember. But those last 2 were good. The first Batman Begins was like, it was kind of mad to me. But I guess you got to get the whole story. I actually watched that one last. But I don't want to see the new or whoever who was it? What's the dude's name? What's old buddy's name? What's old buddy's name? The guy who shouldn't have been a superhero. He used to always hang out with Matt Damon. Fuck. Can't remember his fucking name. I'm terrible. I mean, I'm really, really bad with actors. And then it's like a whole new generation of actors, and I don't know who any of them are. And so I'm like really, really bad with actors. And I was bad back then, but now I'm bad now. What's his name? It starts like a B or something like that. Ben Affleck. There you go. There we go. Yeah, Ben Affleck. Yeah. I'm not going to watch any Ben Affleck Batmans. I'm not going to do it. Just not going to do it, right? Just can't do it. So I haven't seen any of those. I haven't seen Wonder Woman. I haven't. We were talking about it on the mixer, I think, last night. I have not watched any kind of new Superman anything since Back in the Gap when he fought the little trio that was all dressed in black. I forgot what they were called. I'm not gonna watch any of that shit. I'm not gonna entertain any of those. I'm just not gonna do it. Like my pride won't allow it. I just and again, like I say, it's just something about it that I just can't get into. So I don't know about whoever that new guy is, the new Spider-Man. I'm all right. The only thing I know about him is I don't feel so good. Get out of here, weirdo. And yeah, this team, good. I'm glad you're a DC fan. I don't want to be on Team Shelley. Team Marvel over here. I don't. This DC is weird, man. They don't want to kill anybody. We want to be really nice. We want to be superheroes, but we can't fucking. We don't want to hurt anybody. We just want to put everybody in jail so they can escape again. That's a terrible thing. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
Hello, this is Bane.
Bane. Hello, Bane. How are you, Bane?
I'm doing very good. How are you doing?
Life is good, Bane. Bane, where you been at, man? Are you gonna come back and you gonna do the movie thing again? I mean, you're one of my favorite villains, man. What's up?
Yes, my contract was canceled after Batman killed me. Or whatever happened, I don't really remember. But I just wanted to say I really enjoyed the stream tonight. And I was born in the darkness and I was molded by it. But I don't know if I'm considered a brother or not.
Yeah, I know all about the darkness. I mean, we'll bring you into the club, Bane. I'll give you I'll sign your pass so that you can get into the club. Bane, but what's going on? It sounds like, I didn't really think Batman did all that. I think you just kind of had a bad case of asthma, and the asthma really won you over. I mean, well, kind of defeated you. We got to see what's we got like an inhaler or something like that.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch your question, my friend. Could you say it again?
I was saying for that bad case of asthma you have, you don't have like an inhaler or something for that,
I'm afraid not. My face was severely burned by chemical fires by the Arabians.
Oh, those darn Arabians! You got to be careful with those guys. They're dangerous. So tell us about the darkness. You were born in the darkness. Batman adopted the darkness, and you were kicking his ass. Like, what was the whole situation? I mean, what was the real beef with Batman that you had going on there?
Well, I just wanted to talk about the symbolism of the darkness because that is what the theme is tonight.
Okay, well, yeah, let's talk about that. That'll work.
Yeah, I believe personally that when you are adopted of the darkness, you're truly not putting yourself in perspective. You see, as I was born in the darkness, I can see that I represent a population of the world that's also born in the darkness. And my struggles are not individual. I am fighting for something that is larger than me. The darkness lives in all of us. But those who are born into it understand it better than all.
Okay. So, if you're born in the darkness, is there a way that you could ever truly escape the darkness? Is it always a part of you, no matter what you do? How does that work?
Well, the darkness lives in every man. It is in a constant of our being. To escape the darkness is to escape what it means to be a man.
Okay.
I believe there is no escaping the darkness.
No,
there is only pushing it down deep beneath the subconscious. I myself, as a character, let the darkness overtake me, corrupt me, and make me evil. From your perspective, at least.
Okay.
The darkness that resides in every man can never be taken away. It can only be harnessed to an individual objective. I I should say.
Okay. So, talk about darkness. How did you feel about Rick James' implementation of the darkness when dealing with Eddie Murphy and Charlie Murphy? How did you feel about? Well, do you think was he born of the darkness, or was that a different darkness?
That's a bit different, I believe. But I think that although I don't listen to much Rick James, I really just listen to recordings of torture and garbled messages from Russian spies. So I don't know much about your American pop culture.
Okay. So speaking of American pop culture, do you think American pop culture is trying to eliminate the darkness? Because it seems like they don't want men to be men anymore. Do you think that's kind of what's going on? Are they trying to get rid of the darkness?
It's a very interesting idea. I believe that in an ironic sort of way, by trying to pretend that the darkness does not exist within us, is making the darkness stronger.
I can get with that. So do you think eventually the darkness will overcome all of the nonsense that's going on? Do you think the darkness will win in the end?
No, the darkness shall never win.
That's tough. So do you think that the people who are fighting against what they perceive to be the darkness is actually a representation of the darkness within themselves that they're trying to avoid?
Absolutely. By denying the darkness's existence, we are further progressing the rule of evil in our world. We must acknowledge our faults as humans, our problems, our grievances. We must not face them with fear or pretend they do not exist. We must embrace them.
Okay. All right. I don't know if I have anything else to ask you, Mr. Bain. Is there anything else that you would like to include? Anything that you would like to share with the people?
I really like Sharon Jones.
Oh, you can't trust Shannon. She's a very bad person. If you ever left money in your hotel room, Shannon Jones would take your money.
Well, Honcho, thank you again, and I hope you have a good night.
All right, thank you, Mr. Bain. I appreciate you calling in and sharing that with us.
Of course.
You have
a good one.
You too. Shout out to Mr. Bain. Speaking of bad guys and things like that, right? I've told you all this before, that I don't know why. Is it bad that I tend to root for the bad guy? And speaking of bad guys, I don't know, this is taking the conversation far left or far right, maybe. I don't know where it's taking it. Who is the best bad guy of all time? Who is the best bad? And can a bad guy only be as bad as the good guy that he's going against? Can he only be as bad as the superhero or whoever he's going against? Joker was a damn good bad guy. It makes me sad that I don't think we'll ever see a Joker of that quality again. Like even that Suicide Squad. I didn't watch that either. You know, had what Will Smith did. Like, it's tough, man. It's tough. Oh man. All right, let's see who we got calling in. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
What's going on, Honcho? This boy Man Up here.
Man Up. What's the motherfucking deal, Man Up? What are your thoughts on tonight's topic, Man Up?
Well, I got a couple of things I want to say. First of all, I want to say Heidi's on one tonight. I see she trying to throw them hidden messages out there. I'm catching on to her. But I just had to mess with Heidi because she never calls in, so I had to mess with her. But first, I got two things I want to say. First, with these symbolic flags that you were talking about, the hidden message, I guess you want to say, I don't know if you saw this, but about a couple of weeks ago, put it like that, it was this couple that refused a contractor to come do help, come do some work on their house because he had the Confederate flag on his business truck. And I was thinking just like you, I'm like, just because they have that does not mean they're racist. I know that's the first thing people think of. And I understand, say you want to, be cautious or whatever, who you let in your home, and that's your right, your business. So I'm not knocking that, don't get me wrong, but I think that people just see that just automatically in their head. They forget the Confederate flag was really first a symbol that the state of Texas separated from Mexico. That's what that flag was for in the very beginning. We as people, I'm not gonna say myself because I didn't, but I'm just saying we as a people is who made that, turned that into a racist thing. I'll put it like that, because it's not. It wasn't at first meant for racism. And that Betsy Ross flag, as far as I know of, that was a symbol of racism. As far as I know of, I'm putting it like that. It might be more history to it. I don't know, but that's why I'm putting it like that. As far as I know of.
With the Betsy Ross thing, and not to cut you off there, but I always thought that I didn't see that as a racist thing. I thought that representation of the 13 colonies, because we started out with 13. The circle. I thought that's was what it was supposed to be. I didn't necessarily look at it as, the racism thing. I thought that was more of an aspect as the country, as the country grew. Then I think you could maybe start throwing some racist accusations into some other things, but. I just want to say, to me personally, like, that was just like the birth of a nation. Not to be racist, but y'all know where I'm going with that. Haha, singer. But that was just my point of view. But like I say, you have your own perspective, and then carry on. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No. That's what I said. That's what I said. As far as I know, because I didn't know too much about that flag. I mean, I've seen it a bunch of times before, but I just didn't know the history of it. So, and you just learned me something right there. So. I mean, I ain't do no research on it or nothing like that. So, but it just, like I say, like you always say, you learn stuff from us. I've learned something from you because I didn't even know that. And reading what Heidi just put right there, so the bridge blocked it. Hey, maybe I need to do some research on it. Research on it. Maybe I learned something, but I did not know. That's why I said before I knew. But what else was I going to say? Oh, and also, too, you talking about who's the best bad guy ever. I'm going to throw one out at you. I know people going to disagree with me, and that's fine, but my favorite bad guy is Megatron from Transformers. So I'm a big Transformer guy. I love Transformers.
Okay. What is it about Megatron that you like?
Say what now?
I said, what is it about Megatron that you like as a bad guy?
Well, I don't know. It's just something about them transforming from robots to different automobiles, I guess you could say. I know he was a plane, a jet, and all that stuff, but it's just something about it to me that I just love Transformers growing up as a kid, and I still love it to this day. My favorite Transformer of all time was Bumblebee, but that's my favorite. My little girl, she loves Optimus Prime, but me personally, Bruce Jenner is the first Transformer. Wow, Heidi. See, I told y'all Heidi is on one today. Y'all see that? I told y'all Heidi's on one.
Bruce might be the most legendary, but I won't say the first. I think there's a few that.
Wow. I told y'all Heidi's on one today. As soon as I was doing that, I started watching Heidi with this crazy comment talking about Charlie Murphy was the first Darkness and all that stuff. I'm like, wow, Heidi. Well, now let me stop. But yeah, I don't know. It's just something about it. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things that when you watch, you fall in love with, and you just can't really put into words why, but you just can't stop loving it. It's just one of those type of things for me. And Dennis Rodman was the first. Wow, see, I told y'all, see this? But anyway, God is cracking me up, boy. She is cracking me up. But all I'm saying though is that with these symbols, I and you spoke a good truth there when you said when Hurricane Harvey, I can't talk all of a sudden. Hurricane Harvey hit Houston. Yeah, a lot of people with those Confederate flags did help out non-white people. And if they were so racist, they would have said, "You can go ahead and drown. We don't give a damn about you." But they didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not to say that they are not racist. They just at least had the common sense to put their perspective to the side and say, we're finna help my fellow man, you know what I'm saying, or my fellow woman, you know what I'm saying, however you want to put that, you know, we're finna help out, you know, our fellow human, put it like that, to you know, to help them get to safety, you know, things like that. So, and them people want to feel that way, they would have said, oh, no, you ain't finna help me, you might try to kill me. But no, you know, they didn't do nothing like that. So that's all I think about that. You know what I'm saying? I get people want to have their judgment, and sometimes it's cool to have that, you know, be safe. Nothing's wrong with that. But then also, too, they can also hurt you in the end. Because you brought up a good point with Hurricane Harvey. That was a good point. You can't get no clearer than that. You know what I'm saying? No better than that. Horrible situation. And you see no people with those flags on their boats and trucks and stuff, but they still was helping out everybody that they possibly could. So, I mean, but then when, like I said, when I saw that on the news about a week or so ago, that these people hired the contractors to come work on the kitchen, I think it was, and they saw the Confederate flag on that work truck, they denied them. I mean, it's your personal right. You do have the right to, you know, have who you feel comfortable in your house. But, you know, I put it like this, to me personally, excuse me, yeah, I'll be cautious. Now, I'm not going to say I would or wouldn't let them in my home. It'd be my first feel impression, because I've had DirecTV come to my house, and I didn't feel comfortable with that guy, and I told him, no, he ain't coming in my house.
Yeah.
And he showed up with a DirecTV truck. So it just all depends, you know what I'm saying, how I feel, because you in my home, well, my family lay their head and stuff, now I got to feel comfortable with you. So that's just all it is. That's all it is.
Okay.
But that's just my personal opinion on it. And like I said, my personal opinion, Megatron's the best bad guy. So that's all I got.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you calling in and sharing that, Mr. Man Up.
All right. You have a good one now.
All right, you too. Appreciate it.
All right.
All right. Now I saw another individual trying to call in. So let's see who we got. I'm doing good. I had to get away for a little bit, but it's still there. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, this is Rashida. What's up?
How are you doing this evening, Miss Rashida? What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
I'm great. I just want to tell Man Up you had a great call like always. I always like listening to your call. And I want to say hey to all the ladies in the den.
Ah, that's symbolism. Okay. Of feminism. No, I'm just joking with you.
Well, I don't know, about this Confederate flag thing, because I don't see it as a symbol of racism. Okay. Because if people recall, it used to be a show on TV called The Dukes of Hazzard. Now, if I'm not mistaken, they used the Confederate flag quite often. And it was on their car. You know what I'm saying? And I know that I watched that show quite often. So it didn't seem like it was a racist show. So I'm trying to find this connection to the racism in the Confederate flag. It's just not coming there for me, you know. Okay. But hey.
So I got a question. You said you watched The Dukes of Hazzard. And
I sure did.
And you took some symbolism from the show. So what was the symbolism of those Daisy Dukes?
Daisy Dukes?
Yes, the short sleeves.
The lady that was wearing the Daisy Dukes, I guess I don't guess she liked wearing them. I don't know what the symbolism was.
Okay. Did you wear Daisy Dukes?
But look at her wearing them. I guess that's the appeal. I don't know. Shit.
Did you wear Daisy Dukes?
No, I couldn't fit them.
No.
Did you wear them?
No, absolutely fucking not. That's a terrible. But there's now there we go. That right there, that's sexism on the call right now. That is.
You asked me a question. I asked you
a question about a girl who was wearing an item for women, Man, you are a woman,
Okay,
right? Or
but that
you
had
are,
nothing to do with the conversation. We was talking about his flag.
but you're a woman, right?
Yeah,
So
but
I
I was
was
talking
simply
about
inquiring
I was
if
talking about the flag. I was
okay,
talking about the flag,
but
the
okay,
federal flag.
but I'm
I wasn't
speaking.
talking about
I'm
anything.
segueing into
I
an
didn't. I
association with
didn't
the
do.
flag.
Well, okay, that's fine.
Okay, okay. So you don't see you don't see it because you said you watched the show. You didn't feel like they were racist. I don't think I really watched the Dukes of Hazzard. I remember the car. I forgot the wasn't the General or something General Lee or something like that. Wasn't it the name of the car or
Hmm.
some of that sort? Okay. So you said you watched the show. Do you ever recall seeing anything then that maybe now you would say seemed a little bit offensive? Maybe in this modern day and age that would be offensive as compared to back then.
Nope. If I thought I was watching something offensive, I wouldn't have been watching it. If I thought it was a racist show, I mean, being black and all, I wouldn't watch it. I mean, so that's where this connection with the racism. Now I'm starting to wonder, did I miss some things?
Hmm. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Um, Good night, Miss
I
Bill.
never heard them say anything racist, and I never heard them talk bad about black people or, you know, had black. They really didn't have black people on the show, so I don't know.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Um.
But that was a long time ago, so I don't know.
Okay. Hold on one second here. Let me. There's a lot of nonsense going on in the chat right now. Let me fix this. Okay. So now, what are there other types of symbolism? Are there other symbols and things that you see maybe now that people perceive as offensive, or that you thought may at one point wasn't that bad, but maybe now has more of an impact on society? Or do you think that people just overreact to certain things?
I think them taking the rainbow and use it as a sense of gay pride is awful. That's what I think.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm offended by that too. I can't even walk outside after a rainstorm and just appreciate nature anymore because nature has gotten all political. Um, okay.
But before I forget, the bad guy, for me would be uh Magneto. That's my favorite cartoon right there. X-Men. Yes,
Oh,
Magneto.
word. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, what was it about X Men that you enjoyed? Why did you like X Men?
I love Wolverine. He's so sexy. Lord have mercy. When they made him, that was the best character they ever made. Lord have mercy.
So
Wolverine.
you like hairy niggas.
I just like that. I don't know about him. I like him. Yeah.
So have you watched some of the more recent Wolverine or movies involving Wolverine?
I try to see anything involving him. I try to see it. Logan, all that. I try to watch that. But, whew, Lord have mercy.
Mm.
Mm, mm, mm.
Okay.
But why did they have to make Magneto gay?
What?
That shit right there was unnecessary.
Wait, hold on. Wait, when, what, and how, what?
Yeah. He
No.
came out the closet. I don't know if they made the character gay, but the actor
Oh, the action.
came out the
Oh,
closet. Yeah. I
well,
think him and the one in the wheelchair was dating or something.
no, it's
Him and
terrible.
Professor X, something like that, some shit like that.
Uh,
I was like, oh Lord, why they messing with the X-Men? Yeah, get the X-Men
that's
alone.
tough.
Leave the X-Men alone.
Yeah, but I mean, they are they doing some crazy stuff nowadays, all for the sake of inclusion, I guess. What used to bother me about X-Men though and Wolverine? Why did Wolverine always be? He was always chasing after old gal, even though she was fucking with Cyclops.
You know what? They didn't have to do Wolverine like that. I don't know. I don't even know why that came about. Because who gonna choose the other guy over Wolverine?
I mean, I don't know. Wolverine.
It's like he the bad guy, the other guy the good guy. And so he was a good guy. So he was like a good bad guy, and the other guy was a good guy.
Okay.
But I think she wanted Wolverine really
Okay. So why she ain't rock with Wolverine? She ain't wanna. I mean, but she think
because
he's too
because
wild.
of her image. You know, her image was so she's Miss Gray. I think that was her name, Miss Gray. Some shit like that. She ain't had good sense though.
That's tough. That's tough. Yeah, she lost her mind or some shit like that. So it was
Yeah,
probably.
she lost her man, obviously.
It was good. Wolverine shouldn't have got caught up in that nonsense. So it's.
Cyclops was a good guy, but he just he should have just gave her over the Wolverine. That's what he should have got him did.
I'm still trying to figure out why. So how does Cyclops see when every time he opens his eyes it's a fucking laser? Like, so how's he seeing stuff?
Well, he had that thing on to help him control it. So I guess sometimes he can control it without that thing on. So,
That's tough. I don't know. That seems like it would be.
right. Why would she want somebody that was that like that, and then they can hurt you?
Mm, mm,
Yeah, Cyclops is dangerous.
Yeah, now I do remember that, Shannon Joe. They did make Iceman gay. I couldn't remember if it was Silver Surfer or Iceman. I knew it was one of them shiny niggas they made gay. That's fucked up.
They just be making these characters gay for no reason. They weren't gay, they just want to start saying they gay.
That's tough. That's tough. Why do you think they're doing all that?
Inclusion, representation. So I guess little gay kids can have their gay heroes too.
Okay. Yes, Heidi. Puffy also. Puffy is in that category. Puffy has some very questionable interactions with who was that, French Montana or all that other stuff. He very, very, very questionable.
What are you talking about, Puff Daddy?
Yes. Sean Combs, yes.
He gay?
Man,
Puffy gay?
all I know is there are some pictures with him hanging out with French Montana, and they are very questionable, to say the least. Extremely questionable. And then there was I ain't gonna get into all that. There was another night, but yeah, it's some. There's questions. I have questions. Don't have answers, but I have questions about Puff. Take that.
I always thought he was suspect anyway, so what grown ass men call themselves Puff? Puff. What's wrong with you?
I don't know. It's also a very good question. I don't think that's the most masculine of names. So.
Did they pop a lot of fireworks by your house?
Yeah, man, they were popping for like 2 days. They was popping fireworks last night. They was popping on Friday. I guess they had some extras.
At what point is it time for me to call the police? Because the shit is illegal, and I'm getting a little tired. So I would like to know when is that appropriate. I hate to have to call on my neighbors, but shit.
Oh, that's tough. I think you gotta let them make it through the weekend.
Through the weekend?
Let them through the weekend. If they still popping that shit tomorrow, then it's either that's not fireworks or you just gotta call the laws on them. It's tough after that.
Enough is enough.
Man,
my neighbors already, I can't stand my neighbors. They always be getting drunk over there with their coronas and then singing and howling at the moon in Spanish and shit. And, they be playing that, what you call Spanish music there? I don't know exactly. But whatever they call, they be playing that shit loud as hell. They did be howling at the moon and like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
What do they call that? What do they call that shit? In Tejano mariachi. I don't know. Do they listen to Tejano music in in Chicago, is it Tejano music? Is it something else? I don't know. Hold on, I'm gonna find this picture.
One
for
time
you.
they tried to be slick and they was over there playing some pit bulls. Now you know I like pit bulls. Now I was like, hey, like, y'all still need to cut that shit out.
They ain't invite you to the party when they played the pit bull.
Hell no, I would go over there. They got all them damn dogs and shit. Then when they ain't out there housing, they damn dogs out there housing.
Man, look, if you ain't never been to a Hispanic party, you have never really partied. I'm telling you, look, all you gotta do, you have to go to a Hispanic birthday party for like a 3-year-old. It's gonna be the best party. It's gonna be the best time you ever had in your life. I'm telling you.
Hey, one of my neighbors, they had one of them things that you put the meat on and shit. Like they had some pork meat on there, it turn around and shit. I was like, now that shit right there look good. Like you know how they be cutting a gyro or gyro, which I said off of them.
Good.
And they had one of them out there. I was like, where the hell they get that shit from? But that shit on there looking good. So I know they have to do their tacos and all this shit. But yeah, I know they know how to party. Now I ain't gonna say I don't know, that they know how to party because they do.
Yeah, but I think some of the best times I've had have been at Hispanic birthday parties. So I definitely got love for my Mexican brethren.
I do too, but shit, it's a certain time you have to go your ass in the bed and go to sleep.
No. Sleep? No, ain't no sleep. You know the other time the Mexican people party really, really hard? Children's birthdays and anytime there's a pay-per-view fight with a Mexican headliner. Those are going to be the two times you're going to see the two parts. Look, if you got Mexican friends, next time it's going to be somebody finna fight, you just got to stay on top of that, man. That's going to be one of the best parties you've ever been. And don't let them win. If they win, it's over with. It's really finna be. I can only imagine when Pacquiao died in the ring, when he fought old buddy with Marquez. I can only imagine the fights that, the parties that was going on then. It was definitely a turn up. Oh yeah, Canelo.
You know what? I wanted to ask your advice about the dog situation because they got a dog always be housing and everything. And I was thinking about when they go to work one day, just going over there and opening the gate, let the dog out.
Who let the dogs out? I don't know. Because the dog, it might run around in the streets for a little bit, but then he might come back. But then we're like, what if the dog get out and get hit by a car or something like that?
So maybe I should get the dog and take it to the pound.
What? No, the dog don't deserve a pound. It's a loud dog. It's making a lot of noise.
Yeah, it's loud.
Oh, okay.
He's barking every day, and then it starts the other dogs bark. Like they be doing a music video or something.
Hold on, I'm finna put this picture on the screen for y'all real quick because I want y'all to see this. And y'all tell me your thoughts on Puff Daddy after seeing this image with him and French Montana. Is this not questionable? Puff Daddy and French Montana are the two gentlemen in the middle. So
I think both of them suspect.
It's very questionable. That's the chickens. Man, I don't know. That's tough because like I said, I'm a dog lover, so I would hate anything bad to happen to the dog. Pounds are terrible. They're terrible. This is what you got to do. I figured out what you got to do is you got to put an ad out on Craigslist, right? Put an ad out on Craigslist. Say you got a dog. Like when they at work, take a picture of the dog and put an ad out on Craigslist that says you're giving away a free dog. Okay, free dog to a good home. No, I'm serious. A free dog to a good home. And you just let the people respond, and you got to make sure you got to tell them, okay, we'll meet me tomorrow at this time. You got to make sure it's around the time that the neighbors going to work, and then you when they shoot off to work, you go grab the dog. Whoever want to come pick it up, bam, you give it to them, and you go back home, and nobody ever saw nothing, and then it's all good, no problems.
Yeah, I kind of like that idea. I'll think about it.
So that way the dog get a good home, the dog doesn't get hurt. You don't have to hear the dog anymore, and it's all good. Now, is it a big dog or a little dog?
It's a big dog.
Okay, that's cool. Because if you give people little dogs, sometimes they be feeding little dogs to big dogs. People doing some fucked up shit. You got to be careful. Like, some people be doing some fucked up ass shit with these animals out here. But
they might try to bring that dog back because I think that dog will be hollering, howling. Out.
Tell them, ain't no givesy backsies. You got to keep it. Once you take it, is it. Someone know in the chat real quick. Give me a 0 for a no, a 1 for a yes. Is this picture suspect to you of Puff Daddy in French Montana? I would like to know what y'all think. This is in the middle. The two gentlemen in the middle are French Montana and Puff Daddy. All right. So there's 6 people in this picture. 2 women on the far right, a dude and a chick on the far left. But in the middle is French Montana with the glasses on, and there's Puff Daddy right next to him. So I would like to know 0 for no, and 1 for yes. We work with the binary shit here. Non-binary, gender fluid. That's how we rock it. So I'd like to know what y'all think on that. But yes, I always put the no first. Yes. Okay. All right.
I can't see the chat. What they say?
So far, we got a couple of ones. But yes, it's a very questionable photo at best. Spelled out 1. Yes, I always put the no first because it's usually no in here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's questionable crotch association. You know what I'm saying? That is there's some tough stuff happening right there. It's a very unfortunate image. And I don't care how drunk you get. I don't care how under the influence you are. That is just tough right there.
Why do they try to use being drunk to say that's why they was engaged in homosexual activity? Because ain't no amount of licking in the bird gonna make you do some stuff like this.
So you're saying you can't blame it on the alcohol?
Right.
Oh, okay. That's tough. That's real tough. All right. I'm gonna take this down. I don't want to look at it.
So did you have any more questions? I want to let somebody else talk because I think I've been on here about 5 minutes.
Oh, about 5? Live at 5? Okay. Now you can, like I say, you the last call because that's the last call before the 2-hour mark. So we're finna wind it down after that. But no man.
Man, that time went quick. It don't even seem like we've been going for no 2 hours.
Yeah, we just we be in here. We be rolling. Once we get going, it get rolling. The momentum is just one time. The momentum just get going. The calls be so good. You just the time flies when you're having fun.
Oh, I want to tell Prepaid and Tria, y'all get y'all shit together. Y'all can't be in here arguing all the time.
Well, she done laid down the law. Well, I ain't got no place. I don't want to say nothing. But well, Miss Rashida, I appreciate you calling in. If we get ready to wind down, I'm finna hit these streets. I'm finna be in these streets late night. I got business to handle. So
you finna go to bed or you finna go to Taco Bell?
Nah, is Taco Bell still open? Nah, it's time for me to take it serious. I really gotta do the I'm finna try to do me a little 72-hour fast. So no more, it's past midnight, so no eating. And so
you doing an early bid in the morning?
Yes,
or you doing
it'll be
1 o'clock?
1 o'clock. They're gonna be at 1 o'clock from now on.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool, dude. You ain't doing no mixing tonight, are you?
Nah, no mixer tonight. I gotta start sticking to the script, start sticking to the schedule. So no mixer tonight.
Okay then.
Okay. All right. Well, Miss Rashida, I appreciate you calling in and sharing your views. And unfortunate news about Magneto, but hey, it is what it is in this day and age.
They didn't have to do much of Magneto like that. That was one. I started to write a letter in protest.
A letter? Oh.
Yeah. I didn't know who to write it to though. So shit.
Well, I would have said to Stan Lee, but he's no longer with us, so
right.
I don't know. I don't know who you would send that to.
Right. That was sad.
That's tough.
Why do gay people? Let me not even say that. But I don't understand why they feel like they got to be representing everything.
I guess they want to know let people know that they out there. I don't know.
Oh, wait, let me tell you right quick. I was in a Facebook group, you know how they be having questions and stuff, and I said something. Ooh, them people jumped on me like I was homophobic. I say, yeah, damn, I ain't saying shit.
What
They
kind of?
like, oh, you're a homophobe. Oh, you this, you. I had to delete my comment because them helpers and hoes, they was coming for me. They were coming all from every direction. I say, oh Lord, Rashida, what did you say, girl? I don't feel like I said shit though.
Mm.
Okay, this situation. I know you said you were ready to get
Okay,
off
well,
phone,
I
but
want to
this
hear
gonna
it.
be real quick.
Yeah, let me hear what you said.
Okay, this what happened. Somebody had wrote a post and then they was talking about somebody else's son or something. He had came out and he was 16 years old, and he be at school acting all flamboyant and everything. And his parents was trying to talk to him, to tone it down, and they felt like his parents wasn't accepting of him because they didn't want him, dressing and acting all like that. And I agree with the parents because I feel like you at school, what you got to be. Hey everybody, I'm gay.
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah, I think there's a time and a place for everything, and
Exactly.
yeah, it's
I'm
just
not saying hide who you are. What I'm saying is that's one part of your identity.
yeah.
I don't feel like gay is an identity. Gay is part of your sexuality. And sex happens behind closed doors most of the time. So why do people have to know all about your being uh homosexual? And you know how cool kids are, Why make yourself a target coming in there like every day to gay parade, being flamboyant? You ain't got to do all that. You want attention, but then when you get attention, then you act like people bullying you and stuff.
Yeah. Man, my thing is, and Shannon, I'm gonna make a comment about that in just a second. Um, who
I just don't understand it.
people,
Maybe because I'm not gay, but I just don't understand why people have to do that.
man?
Why do people have to get out there and say, hey, I'm gay?
But my biggest question is people having sex behind closed doors? I keep my shit wide open. I be having the door open, the windows open. Look, y'all, look at me, goddamn it. I'm working hard over here, goddamn. Y'all gonna see me? Nah, but I don't know, man.
Have you
It's
ever felt the need to announce your heterosexuality to
nah.
anybody?
But that's what I'm saying.
Okay, then. So I don't understand it.
Yeah, that's what I don't get either. Like that's why I say, and at the same time, when people get mad about the straight pride parade, what is the difference? Like, why
Right.
is it mad? Like, again, as I say, it's a bunch of tomfoolery that's going on, and people are.
Right. I'm not homophobic. I don't have no problem with gay people. I just don't understand why they feel the need to get attention and want everybody to know they're gay.
Yeah,
I don't get that.
yeah, I think it's advertising. It's like sending out the bat signal, so they can let all the other
Right.
folks know, hey, I'm over here. Come get me. Let me stop. Let me stop. I mean, I don't know, man. And at this point in time, I
And
don't
you
even
at
know.
school to learn. You're
Yeah,
not at school to be
yeah,
waving a gay pride flag.
yeah. No, that's why, man. That's my thing. Like, if you
What
at
does that
school,
have to
and
do with your schooling?
yeah, if you're more concerned
Not
with announcing your sexuality and promoting your sexuality at school, then you better be a motherfucking straight A student. You better be
exactly.
motherfucking me getting academic scholarships and shit. Otherwise, you know what? I ain't got no time
Exactly.
for that shit. Ain't nobody want to hear that shit. Uh, but yeah,
Like
so
if my child was gay, I would educate my child on a lot of stuff dealing with gay people and everything. But I wouldn't. They can't go to school dressed like no girl.
yeah,
You're not finna do all this extra shit.
yeah,
You go to school to learn.
yeah,
You're not there to be a distraction to other people either.
yeah. And
I'm
Shannon,
not telling you got to hide who you are. That's part of yourself. But it don't need to be front and center.
yeah,
As oh, I'm Adam. I'm gay. I'm gay Adam. Like you not.
mm,
Because it's gay people go to school every day and get there and have friends and just fine. That's because they ain't out there all, hey, I'm gay,
yeah, Yeah. And like I say, the thing about it, that's what I don't understand. Like, 'cause what you have in a lot of those with people of that nature is they put their sexuality first and before everything else.
Exactly.
Not about their goals, not any other goals, dreams, and ambitions. It's purely about the sexuality first, and so that's why I find that an issue. Focus on other things. If you gay, you gay. Who gives a shit? But that shouldn't be the first thing that gets
Exactly.
announced. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm not going somewhere. And the first thing I said, hey man, I be fucking a lot of hoes. What's up with it? Like shit. It ain't. Yeah, who cares? It's like if that conversation comes up between people, that's the conversation, fine. But that should not be how you are introduced. That should not be your primary association with anything about yourself. Like if that's what you are, then or choose to do, then that's you. But it's like the rest of that shit is nonsense to me, and that's why I find the problem because that's their primary identification. Like is being gay as opposed to everything else.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying. Because I had gay friends, and they don't make that the person that they are. They got other goals and interests and like to do things. Gay is just one aspect of who they are. It's not their complete identity.
And my name, look, hey, well, I ain't know if ain't everybody gay, then the women gay too, goddamn. Look, y'all want this equality shit, so if the men can't be by, women can't be by, y'all out there dyking hard, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just wanted some flesh this time. So I'm look, everybody getting we gonna get everybody getting this work. And Shannon, man, look, if they make Spider, because I saw something about them talking about maybe making Spider-Man gay. Man, I'm telling you, I'm done with entertainment as a whole.
Making Spider-Man gay.
Yeah. Spider-Man and Mary Jane go hand in hand like tea and crumpets, fish and chips. You know what I'm saying? Fries and ketchup. Well, I don't really eat ketchup, so. But like
I'm
that's
waiting
the whole.
on them to start making bisexual and transsexual characters.
I'm pretty sure they on the way. Who is that one character that could change in everybody? She probably already a transsexual.
Oh Lord.
The one that was probably the first. I'm pretty sure. What was it? What was her name? They probably claiming her as the first transsexual character. She was turned into men and everything else. So they probably claiming her first. She's the first transsexual character. Well, she was like blue or something. I forgot what her fucking name was. But yeah, so it's tough, and that's why I be telling y'all. I ain't trying to bring nothing into this world. It's too crazy. It's too crazy.
But anytime you have an opinion that's opposite to what other people think, especially when it concerns homosexuality, boy, they put a flame to you. Shit.
That's what I'm saying. And then what kill me, it'd be the women who say, that they are whatever. But then
that's who be attacking you, the women.
Yeah, but then they turn around and talk about ain't no men. Well, why do you think there ain't no men?
Right.
Because you encourage them to do all this other stuff. But anyway, that's a whole nother conversation. That's a rabbit hole. We ain't even gonna get into it. It's tough, man. It's tough.
It's like you don't even want to give your opinion on things because people just don't attack you.
Yeah.
Come at your throat. Like, damn. Can we have a debate without you coming from a throat? Good.
That's tough, man. I don't know. Like I say, it's tough. It's unfortunate that you had to do that. Should have left that comment up though. Fuck them. Fuck them. God damn it. Like, that's the problem. Like, okay, I'm gonna have an opinion. I may not agree with you, don't mean you gotta do whatever. Like, I mean, it is what it is.
I get tired of my notifications going off.
No.
So I was like, let me delete this or these bitches can leave me alone. Shit. And when it comes to breastfeeding in public, that's another topic. You can't say you against it. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Here they come. Oh, Lord, Jesus.
Yeah, they want. People just want to be allowed to do whatever they want to do with no repercussions.
Exactly, without anybody saying anything.
It ain't gonna work like that. People gonna talk. Goddamn it, like that's.
And no matter how you try to explain it, you still wrong. So. Well, I'm gonna let you go now. I know you got something to do. So.
All right. Well, I appreciate you sharing that with us, Miss Rashida. You have a wonderful evening. Hopefully, I see you at 1 tomorrow.
All right, and I'm gonna stay off them posts about gay people.
Man, you gotta look. Hey, if they out there flaming, you gotta flame them posts up. God damn it.
I'ma start tagging you so you can get there.
Yeah, I don't want no plex. Look, you come back. They
You
gonna
don't
find.
want no flex.
They
Yeah,
go. They
you
go.
right.
They gonna be to dox me. They gonna be to put all my info.
Right.
Look, I want some shit.
They gonna block and delete you because
Yeah,
yeah.
they gonna be in the den trying to take over the den and shit. We'll bring it. I want the smoke. What's up with it? But yeah, that's all good. I ain't tripping. That's some wild shit though. But yeah, people don't want you to speak your mind.
Yeah. All right. Take care, everybody. Good night.
All right, good night, Miss Rashid.
Night.
All right. Yeah, if they go ahead and fuck off Spider-Man, man, it's a wrap, dog. It's they doing too much. And again, like I know that my terminology and people be sitting there saying I'm attacking the gays, and I do not dislike gay people. It's just the way that these issues are being forced. It's the way that this stuff is being forced into the media. It's the way that for these people to represent such a small percentage of the population. I don't know, you can, the funny thing about it is because you can always change dynamic. You can say, well, it can work for the same thing as getting rights like black people. It can be the same thing as getting rights for women. One is a much bigger segment of the population. Okay? And, you actually, well, depending on where you live, well, you see women everywhere. Hopefully, if not, well, you're doing bad. But my thing is just that if this is what you are, then be what you are. Why do you have to force it onto everybody? Like, why does it, hey, look at me, acknowledge me, embrace my sexuality? I don't give a fuck. I don't walk down the street saying, well, that woman's probably extremely sexual. That guy over there is having sex with a lot of women. That guy's not getting any. Well, you probably can see an incel. You know incel when you see one. But who cares? Nobody's thinking like that. Now, unless the bitch just got her ass and the fucking titties hanging all out, I'm going to look. I'm going to admire if they're nice. If they're not, I'm going to be like, ugh. I saw some today. It was ugh. But I saw some ahs today. But I'm going to be honest. Here's my thing. As a man, look, Jack, I don't understand dudes who be letting their chicks go out dressed like they're single women. And what I mean by that, ass hanging all out to it, like, hey, nah, pimp. Better cover that shit up. You ain't finna do no motherfucking advertising with me. Like, and I don't care if you what you do. I'm finna fucking look. And if he got a problem, what's up? You let her come out, like, what you gonna do? Nothing. Keep on walking. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. I'm not seeing any rings or nothing. I'm not getting any kind of number. You calling the right number? 833-284-3336. Because I'm not seeing it. But I didn't kill the line now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to run it down. But at work, you have to lift 100 pounds, but you can't be shit. You better get it right. Y'all saw that? Did I ever show y'all that video? I don't know if I might have put it in the den, in the Facebook group, with the dyke that she was saying she was mad. She cut her coworker tires because he ain't want to help her lift boxes. Like, the job, because she's mad because she couldn't leave until like they weren't allowed to leave until they finished all their trucks. So he went and got his check and he was laughing and she was mad because he didn't help her. How many times you helped that man with his boxes? Regardless if you can lift them or not. That's not his fault. Like, you better figure out a way. You know what I'm saying? Yes, me too, Empress. I'm glad you could join us. So, yeah, got mad. She talking about that old bitch ass nigga have some hoe ass shit, so I did some hoe ass shit. She's talking about she stole his sack and cut his tires. But my thing is like, look, you know what the job description is. You better figure it the fuck out. It's not his job. Are you finna give him a portion of your check for helping you? No. You just gonna be, oh, thank you, appreciate it. You ain't giving up no action. You ain't, hopefully don't want like she look like a whole little nigga. You know what I'm saying? They're mad about that shit. Talking about, if your grandma was a dyke, would you do it like that? That's different. Because if I'm related to him and I like him, then, hey, well, we gonna help out. Hopefully my grandma ain't having to work the trucks, at that point in time. But, like I told you, I used to fucking work where I used to be some older folks up in there, but again, it is what it is. But so yeah, Miss Meat, I told you better sit your ass down. Look, you're back for some action. You need the friends in the den, and we need you, Miss Meat. So you sit your ass down. Now we about to wrap it up though, because I gotta go. A couple things I gotta go take care of, and then I'm gonna give me some rest and be ready to go for the morning. But I appreciate y'all. I want to say thank y'all for joining. I'm letting a little automated thing do what it does. We'll be back tomorrow, 1 p.m. Central Time. Shout out to Turkey Flambe. Shout out to Dan Straw. Shout out to Bane for calling in and telling us about the darkness. You know, so a lot of stuff to go in. You know, I rocks with y'all, man. I rocks with y'all. I'm trying to let the little thing, you know, like I say, let the little automated thing do what it do. It makes it easy for me because I'm being lazy. Culture has made my life a lot easier, so I ain't got to do all that clicking and dilly dallying. As a matter of fact, let me fix this. Wow, there we go. So hopefully it acts right. No, that is no. Shame on Heidi. Shame on terrible show by Heidi tonight. Shout out to all the moderators except for Heidi. Heidi did a bad job this evening. There we go. Ed Honcho HTX on Instagram and Twitter if you want to follow my personal social media. Hit that like button. The like button is very important. Let the YouTube know you enjoy the content, man. Hit that subscribe button if you're new and you just tuned it in. We do this live every night, 10 p.m. Central. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all Den Show Live. You want to send an email, you got something you want to say, go to denshowlive@gmail.com. Weekdays start tomorrow, so Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Central Time, live every night, 7 days a week at 10 p.m. Central Time. Den Show Podcast. Make sure, if you can't watch, make sure you listen. I'll be uploading some more of the episodes on there. If you want to get some merch, go to denshowshop.com and get the Honcho is my homie shirt. Get you a Den Folk shirt. Get some of that other good stuff, 833-284-3336. If you ever want to hit the Den line, if you want to call, you want to text, leave a voicemail, send a picture message, you can screenshot some interesting news, funny meme, anything like that, feel free to share it. If you want to support the channel, want to make a one-time donation, go to streamlabs.com/The Den Show. And shout out to the Patreon supporters. James, Diana, Dan the Man, Betty Spaghetti, let me see, Donald Trump, Miss Goya, Miss Tina Starry-Eyed, and hold on, Miss Grace. Bow. So I'm working on my memory banks. But I appreciate each and every one of you, and I thank you all. Man, make sure you share this. Share the Den with friends. That's the most important thing, because when you have a certain kind of conversations on the tube now, they don't like to promote that out as much. So make sure you share the Den with friends. Invite them into the Den. Your good friends. Don't bring your shitty friends to the Den. We gonna run them up out of here. Y'all already know how that go. We don't look. People who can't. Some people can't cut it. It's tough to hang in the Den sometimes. Some people can't cut it too much. You know what I'm saying? Some people be, they think they're ready for the Den, and then the chat chews them up and spits them out, and it gets vicious. But I love you all. I appreciate you all. Again, it's an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure. I'm finna slide out. I'm finna steal a few pistachios, and I'm finna get on the road and do some throw. But I thank y'all for coming through. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. I'm your host. It is a pleasure to be your host each and every night. Ed Honcho, and I'm out. Matter of fact, let me see what we sitting at. Let me check some top 10 real quick. What's going on with these points? I had the regulators. All right. Let me see where we at. Okay. But yeah, I'm trying to steal some shit. Everybody better guard your pistachios. I'm on that shit.